4 touchdown passes against only 1 interception. So they're not throwing the ball a terrible amount, but Adams taking care of the football when he does. And they seem to like to run it more than they pass it. 80 yards average through the air, 194 a game on the ground. So look for about 2/3, right? 2/3 rushing versus about 1/3 passing for the Cherryville Ironmen tonight. And then the receiving core, I got to get a pronunciation on this. The Cherryville guys are next door. I think it's McElhaney.
We'll call him McElhaney. That sounds right.
McElhaney, who is, I believe, the leading receiver with 203 yards, 11 receptions, averaging 18.5 per catch. Looks like he's the big play guy for the Cherryville Ironmen tonight.
Yeah, and he's got 3 touchdowns on the year. And so then Whitworth, 12 catches, 164, and he's got a touchdown as well. So, yeah, they can put the ball in the air. You never know what the game happens. If they're down big, they might throw the ball more, but just had to wait and see tonight.
Yeah, they've definitely got at least 3 explosives. They got a 60-yarder and a pair of 41-yarders in the passing game. So they do have some playmakers, much more so than they have in years past. If we go to the defensive side of the ball, tackles for loss as a team was pretty impressed. They have 28, so they're averaging 4 per game. Leading tackles for loss is Landry Pruitt, who has 7 of them. They'll go with 21 tackles, amongst others that are standouts on that Cherryville defense.
Yeah, Maddox Kerrigan coming in 32 tackles, and then Elijah Proctor's coming in with 26 for the defense for Cherryville.
And combined, they have 8 takeaways on the year. 7 of those are interceptions. Jaden Adams for the Ironman stands out with 4 interceptions, and McElhaney has another 2. We're going to get a pronunciation on that.
And then Adams is their QB as well, so he's playing. And a lot of guys obviously playing both ways.
Yeah, you don't really relish that. You don't really want your quarterback back there.
Well, it just shows you what kind of athlete he is,
And it shows you the smaller schools. It's really tough. If you want to know why the smaller schools have a harder time, they just don't have as many guys. And you got more guys playing both sides of the ball. And then you try to play in, bigger teams with more players on the roster. Then it gets a little bit more difficult to stay with those larger teams. All right, so that's your Cherryville Ironmen. I did have the Cole Kelly on the year will be handling the kicking duties. He's 19 to 22 on extra points. So kicking game working pretty well for Cherryville. Don't have any punting stats on them, so I can't give any love to the punter who deserves it. But we'll come back. We'll tell you a little bit about the Burns Bulldogs, and unfortunately some of their stars may not be available tonight. We'll tell you about that as senior night continues down there on the field. But we'll be back in just a couple of minutes after this commercial break. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
If you need fireworks for your event, then call on Contracted Pyrotechnics and talk with Dustin Ledford today. They are the bomb. Dustin is a graduate of Burns High School and supplies all the fireworks you've seen at the Burns High School football game. If your town or organization needs fireworks, call Dustin Ledford today at 704-473-1996. Again, that's 704-473-1996. Have a party, have a blast with Contracted Pyrotechnics. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at Jumpin' Jed's in downtown Boston. Come in and just look around. A new inventory arrives each and every week. Take a look at the alpine pencil trees, mountain mama Santas, Christmas florals, Christmas candles, many items by local artisans. Jumpin' Jed's in Boston has the new 2026 calendars, and they have expanded their ice cream with up to 20 flavors and the remaining fall items on sale. Jumpin' Jed's, Main Street, downtown Boston. Open Tuesday through Saturday.
Are you looking for a romantic getaway, or maybe I should say the right proposal? Then you are in luck. From will you to where to, here at Wright Story and Enchanted Memories Travel with Katie Harris, we have your perfect option. October 7th through the 11th. Pick out any in-stock engagement ring and you will receive a travel voucher to propose or spend on your honeymoon. See Facebook for details.
There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail, online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook too. For 17 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that's why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting their website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for 17 straight years. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice of Cleveland County. Since 1988, the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County, also known as TAC, is the nonprofit agency and operates demand response services for non-emergency medical transportation in this area. It also has a fixed bus route that is provided in the city limits of Shelby, and it is free. For more information, call the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County at 704-482-6465. Again, 704-482-6465. Visit the website at tacshelbync.com.
All right, welcome back to the Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show. As always, Birds Football brought to you by West End Sales. And I wanted to get this announcement once we got into the broadcast a little bit, as people might be starting to tune in. It's a big loss for KTC Broadcasting and Lincoln County, and people knew Terry Reinhardt, West Lincoln High School, the high school that he worked at for a real long time. And unfortunately, we lost Terry Reinhardt last Friday evening. And I'm still in shock. He was my friend, worked with him for a long time. Just I'm at a loss for words. I mean, just worked with him very, very closely on that Saturday morning show for a number of years. And I just always enjoyed the back and forth on the Saturday morning show. But, you know, he was just a truly a good person, just a good person, very generous, very good to his friends, and very good to his family too. Very much a family man. Took care of his family, and I just hate he's gone. Want to let people know that there will be a celebration of life. I'll read it for you there if you're just listening. Terry's love for baseball touched so many, so we'll be honoring him in true ballpark style. Please wear your favorite baseball attire and bring your own chair as we gather on the field to remember a life well lived and dearly loved. This will be Saturday, October 18th, 2025, West Lincoln Optimus Park, the Receiving of Friends, 6 p.m. The service will be at 7 p.m. Let's come together to share stories, laughter, and memories, just the way Terry would have wanted. So on the ball field, if you guys know Terry was a long-time umpire and really loved the game of baseball, was also a long-time basketball official as well. And just had a loss for words. I miss my friend, and pray for your family, Terry. Pray for you. We miss you. We love you. And they'll be there to honor him Saturday night, Matt.
Yeah, it's very well said. You know, if you didn't, I didn't know Terry well as you, but if you knew the sports community in this county, in this region, you knew who Terry Reinhardt was, and never heard a bad thing said about him. So he'll be missed, and, you know, praying for his friends and family and everybody.
Yeah, pray for West Lincoln High School, which he dedicated he's probably there 15 or 20 years. He was in the private sector. Unfortunately, the company he worked for closed, and that's when he went into the school system, and he had been at West Lincoln for a long time. You know, ironically, who hired him at West Lincoln was Richard Howe. He was
my
the
old baseball
principal at
coach.
the time. Yeah,
yep.
He was there at the time, and, you know, sent me a He sent me a text message and expressed that, his sympathies, and a lot of people have, and I do appreciate those that listen to the Saturday morning show knew that we were friends. Like, we went at it and had a good time on the show. And the Dallas Cowboys, God Almighty, the Dallas Cowboys, Terry Reinhardt and the Dallas Cowboys, he drive you nuts. Typical Cowboys fan, but we all loved him for it. I mean, it's made him what he was, and it just he really can't be replaced in our radio family, and we just miss him dearly. And come out tomorrow if you're able to. Once again, that's West Lincoln Optimus Park. Receiving a friend's 6:00 service will be at 7 p.m. So that's to honor Terry Reinhardt. So hopefully you're able to make it out there for that. All right. So if we go back to the action up top, Burns High band getting ready to come on the field. Remember, the Burns High School band is brought to you by Wright's Jewelry, so you get to enjoy the band there. I want to make sure that we give a shout out to Tony's, soon to be Misfits Barbecue, located on Main Street, Fallston. You can call them at 704-312-6312. Go see my student, Mary Brown, down there, providing great service and great food. I had a buffalo chicken sandwich. We got pork sandwiches here that they provided in the press box tonight. Always give me good service. Always give me good food down there. They're open Monday through Saturday. Every day they open up at 11. Monday through Thursday they close at 7. Friday or Saturday they extend the hours till 8 p.m. They've got barbecue, baby back ribs, brisket, and smoked chicken. So go see our friends down there at Tony's, soon to be Misfits Barbecue, down on Main Street in Fallston, North Carolina. Also in Fallston, Wright's Jewelry, sponsoring the Burns High School Marching Band. So we appreciate our sponsors. Now on to Burns and some of the data on them. They come in with a record of 4-3. They're off their bye week. Big win at Stuart Kramer last week, 35-21, to push their record to 4-3. And unfortunately for Burns, you just got to give him a shout out. 28 carries, 281 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Yep.
An Al Bundy-like performance from
well, Al Bundy only had 4 touchdowns in one game. Max has got him beat.
He had 5 touchdowns and just an outstanding performance last week. Unfortunately, unavailable tonight. Has turf toe. Not going to be able to go tonight. And going to rest up that toe. You've got a couple of games here that you probably should win, so they're able to give that turf toe a little bit of rest.
It's like they're doing the national anthem. Get ready for
we'll
it.
Step away from it. Just one moment.
Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Fallston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations. Don't wait. Get an SNR Auto Sales now for your best deal. Buy here, pay here at SNR Auto Sales in Shelby. On the lot now, you'll find a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta Sport Wagon for $11,995. Or how about a 2013 Ford F-150 truck for $19,995. And a 2010 Mazda CX-9 for $59,995. To see the complete inventory, go online at SNRAutoSales.com. See Susie or Richie today at SNR Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Like them on Facebook too.
Hopefully you're able to hear the Burns High School band play the national anthem, once again sponsored by Wright's Jewelry. So if we can hustle through the Burns stats for tonight. And we got to start with Drew Dixon. Big win for him and the Burns offense yesterday. You know, it was really the Max Davis show with 5 touchdowns, but so far the year, Dixon, 37 out of 80, getting close to a 50% completion rate, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. We've seen that ratio get better with every week, and taking care of the football is a priority, especially as working towards that big showdown with Shelby in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's done well taking care of the ball the past couple weeks. Played good against Stuart Kramer. I've seen him getting better each week, and like I say, if they get pressure on him, he's got the ability to get out of the pocket and run with it too. So, Drew Dixon's really come together as a quarterback this year.
And no Max Davis tonight, who's got 19 touchdowns and averaging 130 yards a game. So I think it's going to fall on Pryor, who is averaging almost 9.5 yards a carry, 55 yards a game. He's got 3 touchdowns on the year. They're going to need a big night from him tonight with no Max Davis.
Yeah, he's got 385 yards, on the year. Expect him to get the bulk of the carries. Probably see some Romello Wells. And probably Markellen Camp might get some action. Never know Jordan Ussery. Probably see him a little bit, kind of some jet sweeps and stuff maybe. But definitely Pryor will be our bulk of our carries tonight.
And on the receiving end, we've got Wells and Ussery leading the teams. Ussery with 19 receptions. He's averaging 43 a game, got 4 touchdowns. Wells averaging about 18.6 a game, and he's got 1 touchdown. Might try to see them do an extension of the running game, get their athletes in space on short passes and see what they can do.
What I've been excited about is seeing Ussery. They're spreading the field with Ussery. They've thrown some deep balls to him, and they're connecting on some of these. Drew Dixon has had plenty of time. His O-line's done a good job protecting him. Throws a very good deep ball, and Ussery's caught a few of those. We can get that dialed in. We'll be clicking good, like I said, come towards the end of the year, when Shelby rolls around. So I'm excited to see those two in action.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, with no Max Davis, you also lose a guy who's got 55 tackles and 3 for a loss. So it's going to be up to Ty Singer, Camp, Brawley, Jude Towery, Amari Littlejohn, Xavier Epps, some of our bigger, our bigger name guys to pick up the slack and fill in the hole left by Max Davis.
Another key absence tonight's Cameron Rudisell is out with a concussion. So I won't see him tonight. I think he's fine, just taking precautions. But that's 2 big guys. Cameron's played big minutes, on the O-line position.
Yeah, 38 tackles for loss for Burns this year. Xavier Epps leads the team with 6 of those, and included in those tackle for loss are 12 sacks. But really the sacks have been by committee. No Bulldog has more than 2 sacks. Registering sacks this year, Davis, Brawley, Camp's got a couple. Pryor has 1. Rudisell, as you mentioned, has 1. Epps with 2. And Wilson does have 3. I'm sorry, Wilson does have 3, but it's been by committee as a collective effort getting after the quarterback.
Yep, Camp I think he had like 15 tackles 2 weeks ago against Stuart Kramer. Had a pick, had at least 1 sack there. A key one there at the end of the game to stop that last drive by Stuart Kramer. So Markellen Camp, the rest of this Bulldog defense fans playing good.
And then some of the specialty tonight is going to be Drew Dixon handling the punting tonight. And then Ryan Sisk will be doing the PATs and the field goals. Sisk this year, 24 out of 27 on extra points, 2 of 2 on field goals. He's been doing a good job on those on the go quick lube field goals.
Yeah, like Ryan Sisk is I see him doing warm-ups. He's booting them for like 40-something yards. So he's got the leg. 2 of those misses were blocked, so that's not all on him. So Ryan Sisk, just a sophomore, is a weapon out there.
All right, so wrapping things up here on the Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show, we need some players to watch. Brought to you by Beata Healthcare of Shelby, North Carolina. Matt, who we got for your player to watch?
I'm gonna watch Colton Pryor. Like I said, I think he's gonna get the bulk of the carries tonight. He's like I said, a sophomore. He's come in and played good minutes. He's been a good change of pace runner to Max Davis. With Max out tonight, I think he's going to be important. tonight.
I think I'm going to watch Jude Towery tonight. I think we're going to need some extra effort on some of those defensive guys to close on the Pryor on the offensive ball side of the ball, and some guys on the defensive ball. So let's see if Jude has a good night tonight on the defensive side of the ball. Both those players to watch brought to you by Beata Healthcare of Shelby, North Carolina. Captains tonight looks like Justin Porter and Drew Dixon and Jaden Munger and Evan Donaldson will be our captains tonight.
Yeah, some of the seniors tonight, and like I say before the game, got some recognition. So let's see some of the other seniors that we got: Robert Rankin, Noah Young, Devon Jones, Eli Morris, Zion Clark, Jaden Munger, Brennan Hall. Some of the other seniors on the team. Don't have a ton of seniors. Like I say, we're a pretty young team. So, but it looks like we're getting ready to come down the hill there.
All right. They're going to do the coin toss and then come down the hill. So let's see if I can steal one commercial, and then we'll be right back.
The fall mums and the pumpkins have arrived at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. Come get your fall mums, and you'll find all sizes and all kinds of pumpkins. Great for decorating for the fall. Also, get your deer stands, deer blocks, and deer corn. Parker Family Feed has case knives and a great stock of turtle boxes, plus fertilizer, lime, and grass seed. And the chicks are arriving at Parker Family Feed on the Carpenter's Grove Church Road of Highway 18 North in Bellwood. Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at PutnamDistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years.
All right, so we have a Burns receiving the kickoff, Matt?
Yeah, we'll receive it. I'm sure who won the toss, but we will receive to start the game. And it
we
looks like we're about to run to the field here.
And while we have that, we have an announcement about Jaden Munger as well, correct, Matt?
Yeah, I was going to say congrats to Jaden Munger for making the Queen City Bowl.
All right, so
that's a big honor there.
And here come the Bulldogs down amongst the fireworks, brought to you by Contracted Pyrotechnics and Dustin Ledford, a Burns graduate. So fireworks on display.
Greatest high school entrance in the state of North Carolina, as Tony Beaver would say.
Here come the Bulldogs. As we said, 4-3 record. And it looks like Lincolnton's really in the driver's seat for this conference championship after they defeated both Burns and Shelby. Still, the inter-county rivalry this year, all likelihood, would not be for the conference championship. But still, that's a big one. As far as you win that one, your playoff seeding is going to be much improved.
Yep. So we're in the driver's seat as far as playoffs. How we do from here on out is going to determine where we go.
All right, so Burns receiving unit will be on the field as Cherryville's getting to run through their banner. We're going to take one more break for our Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. We'll be right back.
Serving the foothills for over 100 years, S&C Fuel Delivery, formerly Luke's Petroleum, is your reliable source for delivery of diesel, gasoline, propane, lubricants, and heating oil straight to your tank. Delivery available in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. S&C Fuel is locally family-owned and veteran-operated, committed to keeping our community running, trusted by homeowners, farms, and businesses. Office located on Oakland Road in Spindale. Schedule your next delivery with S&C Fuel at 828-286-3419.
All right, Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff coming up. Thank you for listening to the Bill Shuford Heating and Air pregame show. And Burns set to receive. And who we got back deep, Matt?
Looks like we have Romello Wells and Jordan Usry.
All right, Jordan Usry, I know, already has a punt return for a touchdown this year. And doing the kicking duties, looks like number 78. Did I see that number right?
That is Jose Varela.
Jose Varela.
Yep.
He's got it teed up. It's number 8. No, it's 70. It is 78.
Yeah, you caught it right.
Yeah.
And if I were Cherryville, I would not kick it to Ussery if you're an Ironman fan, because he's got one punt return for a touchdown. He's definitely, and Wells too got some big playmaking ability. So let's see if they kick it. See if they kick it distance here.
So ball on the tee and smoke in the air from the fireworks. We're ready to go as the Burns High School band is just going up into the stands, and not a deep kick, and
Better
get on it,
Live
and
ball.
they do. And it's going to be an effective special teams play. Not sure who got on it. Was that Brawley?
That's Mason Brawley. Good heads-up play. Like I say, that is a live ball, so you have to field that. So good recognition there from Mason. And Burns will have some decent field position to start this drive.
And they're going to be on the 33-yard line. So they'll take it 1st and 10. Drew Dixon and the offense comes on the field. And it'll be Pryor. No Max Davis tonight, nursing that turf toe industry. So 3 wide receivers for the Bulldogs. Pryor to the right of Dixon. Claps the hands, and Cherryville commits the first punt and distributor's penalty of the game.
Yeah, good hard count there. Drew Dixon to jump him off sides. And just like that, first play of the game, 5-yard penalty.
So that'll make it 1st down and 5. If you're Cherryville, you're already up against it. You don't want to give free yards, but we'll take it. Double wide receivers right, same formation it looks like. Pryor in the game. Let's see if they try to get him going early, and Dixon claps the hands and play action, throws it out in the flat. Ussery catches it behind the line of scrimmage. He'll be dumped for a loss. Good play by Cherryville.
That's Wells, I think, actually on the catch.
Is that number 1?
Yeah, that's Mills. I might have got him. No, he lost someone that
They
play.
lost 3.
Yeah.
So good job by the Cherryville defense. They were ready for that screen play, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. So tackle for loss very quickly for the Ironman defense. So double wide receivers left this time. Pryor in the backfield. And now he'll be to the left of Davis.
See if they go to Pryor here.
Man comes in motion, and it's going to be a little jet sweep.
It's Wells.
And it's Wells. Got a little crease. He's to the 40 and tripped up. Boy, I thought he had a big gainer there, but he gained about 7 or 8. They're moving the sticks. That's a Falston Pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, good little run there
I'm gonna
by
put
Wells.
that in the book
Enough.
I'm going to put that in as a pass. It looked like it was thrown forward.
Would you give him 8 on
I
that?
gave him 8.
Yeah, they'll move the chains. Ball up to the 34-yard or 44-yard line.
Ussery comes in motion, and Dixon
Keep
keeps
it.
it through a crease to the 50, takes on a tackler. Give him about 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, good little run to Dixon. Kept it for a good gain. Like I say, you can't sleep on Dixon's run ability. He's definitely got some wheels. He showed that in the Kings Mountain game. Ran that
So they
QB keeper for a touchdown.
Are they going to measure?
He's right on the sticks.
The stick at the 49, ball just short of the 49. They say run the clock. They're going to say 2nd and inches.
Man, that's close.
It's probably academic. You'd almost rather have 2nd and inches than 1st down and 10 there, because you sort of get a de facto free play as Ussery goes out to the right.
See if they do a little QB sneak or a little halfback dive
I
or
think
something
they're gonna take advantage of the situation. Double wide receivers left, 1 to the right, and they do. Dixon's back. He's gonna uncork one for Ussery. Got bumped, but way overthrown. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and inches.
Yeah, had Ussery out there, double coverage. Looks like he had a little seam. If he got him in the middle, it was a little contact, but I'll bring up 3rd down.
And now you're going to see the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, that's the play you do it.
Or just Pryor up the middle. And you like to think that you got a very good chance of getting this. If not, certainly take 2 cracks at it unless something stupid happens and you lose yardage. Let's see if Dixon goes up under center. No, he's going to stay in the gun. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Pryor on his right hip. Man comes in motion. Ussery. Pryor will get it through a crease. There he goes. He's got good yardage for his gang tackled. They're going to move it from the 46 to the 38. Give him 8 in the Falston Pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, good little run there by Pryor. See his shiftiness there. Juked that first defender that might would have had him in the backfield. Juked him. Had a couple other defenders he missed.
Double wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Again, Pryor on the right hip of Dixon. Dixon claps the hands. He'll give it to Pryor again. Cuts it up the middle. He's got some room before he ran into maybe his own blockers and some Cherryville defenders, but still good gain to the 29-yard line. So that's going to be a gain. Let's see here. Not the 20. I'm sorry, the 34. I've got my lines mixed up. A gain of 4. 2nd and 6. So if you're just joining us, we're just underway. No score on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, but Burns driving on their first possession. Already a couple of first downs. As they continue to move the ball, this is the 7th play of the drive. Ussery in motion, and he'll get the football on the jet sweep through a crease. There he goes, gang tackled, but he'll get yardage inside the 25. I'm going to give him 12 and another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, good play. That's what I was going to say, that little jet sweep. They've been using Wells and Ussery a lot in that play, and they're dangerous. They get around that edge. They can make some it's dangerous getting around there.
So 3 first downs already. Burns, 7 plays from scrimmage, 3 first downs, and the drive started back on their 33.
Yeah, looking good so far tonight for sure.
So Dixon, low snap, but he's able to corral it, throws it, corner of the end zone, and
nice
touchdown! What a catch by Ussery, and it's 6-0 from 22 yards out.
What a catch. Jory and Ussery. Drew Dixon threw it right where he could catch it. Kind of a little jump ball play. He just reached up and grabbed it out of the Cherryville defender's arms for the first touchdown of the night for Burns.
So Ussery with the touchdown. So that caps off a 67-yard drive and took almost 4 minutes off the clock. And now Ryan Sisk in for the on-the-go quick lube extra point. What an adjustment there at the end by Ussery. Used the length.
Yep.
And extra point up. It ain't
good.
Pretty, but it's good. 7-0. We'll be right back.
Listen up. Ronaldo Honda and Ronaldo Kia have new ownership. It's now Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. And new owners Carl Rossetti and Mason Morris invite you to come by and meet them. They want to be a part of our community, living here and working here just like you. Come by and see Carl and Mason about your new Honda or Kia. With 0% financing available and credit, well, that's no problem. Plus, check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Meet Carl and Mason today at the all-new Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Some people say there are doers and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
Well, Jory and Ussery did most of the damage. 12-yard run, 22-yard TD reception, and just like that on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, it's 7-0 Burns. And is it Sisk or Dixon in for the kick?
I think it's Sisk.
It is Sisk,
Yeah.
okay, because we've seen both guys. So Sisk.
Yeah, Dixon's left-footed. So.
That's right. So the Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Foot meets ball. It's going to land about the 20, kind of in no man's land. Now it's taken on a hop. And good return for the Ironmen. They get across the 30. Then he's thrown back. Never went down, but stopped his forward progress somewhere around the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Iron.
Yeah, Mark Allen Camp, a couple of defenders there for the tackle. So good job there on the return.
So let's see where they spot the football. Where was his forward's progress stopped? It looks like the 32-yard line. So that's where they'll take it 1st down and 10. So our first look at the Cherryville offense, and Adams at the controls for the Cherryville offense. He'll go under center. Cherryville packs it in. They like to go big. No, this is going to be a shotgun snap. I'm sorry. And quarterback power doesn't really do very much. No gain on 1st down.
See, hard. I think that was Ty Singer there, the initial contact, Jude Towery, And 20, that is Mikey Dover there as well.
Was that 1 or 5 the ball carried?
That was a QB. That was Adams kept it, didn't he?
Yeah, Adams is 2, though, right?
Adams is 2, correct,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, just kind of hard to see. And I think it's 5, though, that's in their quarterback, is it not? Let's see. And it is 5.
Yeah,
that was a ball carrier.
I had it wrong. I apologize.
Yeah, so that was
So
5.
I guess they're doing a little wildcat action
That's
to start the game.
Hebner's snap goes over his head, and he'll have to fall on it back at the 20. He'll lose 12. It's 3rd and a cab ride.
Yeah, you're right. That's Hebner behind the, taking the snaps.
Yeah, so it is 5. It is Hebner. Didn't expect to see that.
Yeah, big loss on the play there, and that'll bring up 3rd and as you said, a cab ride.
Yeah. So it's all the way back to the 22-yard line. That was a loss of 10.
Now, this is Adams checking into the game now. So, and it looks like we have a false start on Cherryville too.
Nate Wilson, and when
this is on Burns.
When you're the biggest guy on the field, they're going to catch you doing that. So that's the first Putnam Distributors penalty on him, and that'll make it 3rd and a little bit shorter. 3rd down and looks like about 15 yards to go.
Yeah, like I say, Adams is in the game now. Let's try to start off with a little wildcat formation there.
With Hebner. That was Hebner taking the snaps. And now Hebner behind Adams in a pistol set. Double wide receivers right, one to the left. And Adams communicating something to Hebner back there. Now has what he wants, has the snap. Hebner bounces it outside. He's got some yardage. He's got 5. He's got probably about 10 or 12 yards before he's drug out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it back at the 34. He might have stepped out of bounds back there. That's where they spot it. And he's got give him about 8, but it'll be 4th down and about 8.
Yeah, good job, Robert Rankin, to prevent him from getting around the edge and pushing him out of bounds there. So as you said, punt unit out for Cherryville, and that is Adams. Look, he does it all. His offense, defense, and special teams.
Burns has nobody back, playing safe.
So if they try to block this,
and
they're going after him for sure.
But a good punt, nobody back. This thing's going to roll, man. Nope. Does a little sandwich action, and it'll stop at the 28-yard line. So Burns will take it there with 5:44 left on your right Drury scoreboard.
Oh, we got some extra crickers out on the field. Hopefully,
I see a flag down as well.
That's not a good sign.
So nonetheless, this drive will start with 5:44 on the clock, and let's sort out the Putnam Distributors.
Might want to take a timeout here, Tom. This looks like it might.
Okay, hold on. Let's
might
see.
be trying to decide what the penalty is.
Let's see.
A little bit of pushing and shoving out there. You don't want to see that for sure.
And there's an official without his hat, which usually meant somebody went out of bounds, or he might have got run into. Yeah, he's just lost his hat. And there's a penalty flag, and one of the Cherryville players picks it up. That's number 21 that kindly picks it up, Weston Bowers. And now it's going to be, looks like it's marking it off against Burns, or that's at the 28-yard line. And there's been no indication of a penalty. And I guess we're just going to take it there first and 10. Maybe the official got run into or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So no penalty, even though the flag was there, or no indication of a penalty so far. So Burns has it on their own 28-yard line, 1st down and 10. Had a touchdown on their first drive on an 8-play drive. It took 67 yards.
Yeah, let's see if they can keep their momentum going. Good first drive, as you said. Able to do a lot of damage in the ground game.
All right, Dixon in the gun. Pryor filling in for Max Davis tonight. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Seen this formation a lot. Eli Morris, the H-back over there to the left. Man comes in motion, and he'll get the football. That's going to be a pass. That's Wells again. He's around the numbers. He's to the 35. He's shoved out of bounds, but good gain on 1st down. He's all the way up to the 37-yard line, gain of 9. Calling that a pass.
Okay. Yeah, good little pass run around the edge after the catch there by Wells. Just short of the sticks up to, like you said, the 42.
Second time we've seen 2nd and inches.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume
they took a crack deep last time. Let's see if they do that again here.
It's a great down to try it. I mean, you feel pretty confident with Pryor back there. You can get a length of the football if it's even that.
I feel pretty confident throwing the Joy and Ussery anytime, for sure.
After that last touchdown grab, double wide receivers right. Ussery over there to the left. And Dixon, low snap, but he's got it. He's going to uncork it again. Ussery working one-on-one. Hand fighting, can't get it. As defender was right there with him. That's number 10 for Cherryville. Whitworth. So that was quite a battle. A lot of hand fighting. I think it was a good no call and incomplete.
Yeah, pretty well defended on a play there by Whitworth. But as you said, they did take a shot, and I like to see that because Ussery is going to come down with those catches a lot, for sure.
So Eli Morris back in the game. Brawley checks out. Checking in is 11.
That's Drew Towery.
Who's going to play a little H-back tonight.
Yeah, don't see him a lot on the offensive side of the ball.
Double wide receivers left. Double hug over there.
Wells
is going to run a little wildcat here. Now, it looks like they're going student body left. Let's see what they do. And Wells got the football, and then Dede goes to the left. He's outside the numbers. He's to the 43 and has a first down before he's knocked down. Did the ball come out?
I think they're saying he's down.
Saying he's down.
I think the ball did come out, but he's down. So either he was out of bounds but
Wells takes it to the 44, gain of 5, Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, like I said, they went. Hadn't seen that package yet this year. Had Eli Morris, Drew Towery, a couple of those big guys up front paving the way there for that big run there.
So Wells is wide to the left. Ussery's going to the right. And still Pryor the featured back, and now Ussery's out wide to the right. Extra beef to the right side. Let's see if the play goes that way. Goes up the middle. Pryor sees a little creases to the 50s, to the 45. Good yardage. He's all the way to the 42. Give him 14 and another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Late penalty flag out. Let's see what
it is.
Come out after the play was over. Burns isn't walking back yet. You would think if it was a holding, it would have came out a little sooner. Well, unless they picked it up.
All right, so there's no flag on that play. Pryor has a 14-yard rush.
Looks like they picked it up.
And another Falston Pharmacy first down. It's the fifth one of the night for Burns. Dead ball, no. Personal foul against Cherryville. So that will be 15 yards, and they can ill afford that. Their second penalty of the night. They're up to 20 yards, and that moves the ball all the way inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
How much you get him on that run there, Tom?
I gave him 14 unofficially.
Yep.
So it's first down and 10 from the 27-yard line. And there's a view from our sideline camera. Must be in that end zone down there. Yep, she's all the way down there. That's a great shot, though. All right, as we go back up top, double wide receivers to the right. And Dixon has it. Dixon rolls right, lets it go. Nice throw, throws a dart, breaks a tackle. It's Wells inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 18 yards and another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, Dixon's really displaying his arm there. Nice throw across the middle there to Wells. And he was running or threw that ball on the run, too. So that's a tough throw to make. So good job there, Drew Dixon.
So up to 32 yards receiving is Wells. And up to 54 in the quarter. So Dixon having a good quarter. Another first down for Burns. They're up to 6. And it's Dixon. And it's going to be another penalty against the Ironmen as they jump offside. So Putnam Distributors getting their money's worth here in the first quarter.
Absolutely. That's a good sponsor to have because it seems like every game we have at least 20 or so penalties. Yeah.
A lot of penalties.
Between both teams.
So ball moved inside the 5. It'll still be first down and goal. It's Wells and Ussery both to the left. Ussery in the slot. Wells out wide. Pryor the lone setback. Extra tight ends to the right.
Like he
and
jumped
they jump
off again.
Again.
Can only go so far here, but half the distance.
Yeah,
which will end up being like a 1-yard penalty. But
that'll give them, I'm just going to call that one a 2-yard penalty. I shouldn't have called the other one. It was really about a 4-yard penalty. So they've gotten about 7 yards.
Well, that's all on Drew Dixon there. Like I say, that hard count is really fooling that defense.
Yeah, double wide receivers left. Now Pryor goes to Dixon's left. Pryor gets the call, and he'll put the head down. Touchdown. That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown. for Pryor, and just like that, it's 13-0 Burns on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard.
Yeah, a little inside handoff. Colton Pryor made that look easy, right up the middle, untouched.
So going to give Pryor 17 for a 2-yard touchdown. That drive ends with 3:17, so it took them just a little over 2 minutes on that drive. Sisk for the on-the-go quick lube extra point. Kick up, much better looking kick this time, and that is good. 14-0. Burns on your Rice Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
On the Go Quick Lube in Boston is not just oil changes, they have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course they do oil changes, featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On the Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs. Turn your scrap metal into cash. Visit Allied Metals in Ellenboro. Allied Metals is buying all scrap metal, non-ferrous aluminum cans, and even cars. Allied Metals has a pull-apart area for cars. Give them a call to see if they have the part you need. Check out the small salvage area where items are sold from. Allied Metals buys gold and silver and offers cash for land and homes at top dollar. Very organized and a friendly staff. Turn your scrap into cash at Allied Metals. Check their Facebook page. They're located at 224 Piney Mountain Church Road in Ellenboro.
All right, Sisk in for the on-the-go quick lube. The Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff, and it spins down to the 15. It's going to be returned. Hefner, he's up to the 30, still on his feet, all the way to the 36-yard line. Good return for the Ironmen. So with 3:10 left to go in the Rice Jewelry scoreboard, it's 14-0 Burns. They've scored touchdowns on both their first two possessions.
Yeah, good job there on the kickoff coverage there by Jacob Tysinger. So not a bad return by Cherryville. Have pretty decent field position right at the 35.
Yeah, Hefner, good athlete back there. Unfortunately, when that snap went over his head, it killed the drive. And looks like pistol set there, double wide receivers right, one to the left for Cherryville's. Adams in the controls. He'll give to Hefner. Hefner tries the middle. He runs into a navy blue wall, and he's pushed back. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, I think that is Xavier Epps on the tackle, first guy there for Burns.
So unfortunately for Hefner, because of that one loss, he's got 4 carries for -4 yards. And I can tell you what, man, Jude Towery, Nate Wilson, that's a little intimidating running up the middle of that defense.
Absolutely.
And Adams, now Nate, you can't do that. He just flattened one of the Cherryville linemen, but he jumped offside. Punt distributor's penalty. Cherryville gets a free 5. It's the second time he's been offside. Just getting a little too eager there in the middle of the line. And when you're kind of the size of a home appliance, it's hard to get away with that. So it's second down and about 7. And it's going to be, it went the wrong way and blows up the play. We got a tackle for loss, big loss, and I think it's Wilson who made up for it. So that's going to be a loss of 4. I'm not sure who picked up the football. I guess that was Adams on the keeper.
Yeah, a little busted play, as you said. I think he thought the running back was there beside him, and he wasn't. Good recognition there, Nate Wilson. Helmet come off on the play. He's got to come off this one, but good job there, Nate.
All right, so now it is 3rd down, 11. Now the ball back inside the 30. And this is where Cherryville's been, behind the sticks. This is definitely not where they want to be. And Adams rolls out, rolls to his right, has time, fires complete. Nice catch in traffic, and that's number 8. 6-yard gain. 8 for the Ironman is Coopson.
Yep.
So I didn't even have him down, and he'll get looks like about a 6-yard reception.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing. Had a little zip. Kind of threaded the needle. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted. Good job there, Tysinger, to bring him down. But
Tell you what, that was a dart.
4th down. He's got some zip on that ball.
So this time, Ussery back. Still Burns playing a little bit safe there. And it's going to be, I think Adams kicks it away.
Low
Not a
kick.
thing of beauty. Did it hit a Burns
we got
player? It hit a
I
Burns
think we might have
player.
touched it.
And it's going to be a Cherryville recovery. Tough break for Burns. Cherryville will keep it, and they'll recover on the 33-yard line as the line drive punt hit one of the Burns return guys in the head, or one of the blockers on the punt return.
Well, I can't tell if it got tipped to the line of scrimmage, but I know one of the Burns up men reached up to try to grab it and went off his fingertip. So, that's a bad break. That's a weird play there. You're not expecting that ball to come off like that. So
now Cherryville on the plus 35 after the gift. And Adams in the pistol set, he'll give to Hefner. Hefner tries the middle, and he's got running.
The ball's on the ground.
And it's a fumble. And let's see who fell on it. I think Cherryville did fall
Samari
on it.
Littlejohn, I believe.
Let's see who fell on it. Oh, no, it is. Let's see. I think it was a Cherryville recovery.
No, it's Burns. Burns, right?
Nope. It's a Cherryville recovery.
Oh, man, I thought Amari Littlejohn came up with it.
Wasn't sure who was the ball carrier. Was it Hefner?
I didn't even see. I think it was Hefner, yeah.
Okay, so Hefner gets 6. And now they're going to stop play. And are they going to respot the football? Or is it going to be a timeout? Timeout. We'll take it with them. Right through scoreboard. 14-0 Burns, but Cherryville in plus territory. We'll be right back.
Compassion, excellence, and reliability. Those 3 words best describe Bayada Home Health Care, a nonprofit serving Cleveland, Gaston, Lincoln, and Rutherford counties with assistive care services in the comfort of your own home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they've been doing this since 1975. When it comes time, take the time and call Bayada Home Health Care in Shelby. Call 704-669-4000 or visit them online at bayada.com, located at 1105 Suite 3 on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
All right, so Cherryville fortunately gets back on the ball for them. And Hefner's going to get credit for a 6-yard carry. And I tell you what, luck has bounced their way twice on the punt, and then they recover their own fumble.
Yeah, it appeared Littlejohn got it, but the refs thought otherwise.
Snap back, and it's going to be Adams on the keeper, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. So loss of 1, it sets up 3rd down and about 5.
And that's Littlejohn on the tackle there. And there's a penalty flag. We're probably going to get a personal foul on Burns, probably.
Maybe slung him to the ground. I didn't really see, or a face mask. See if the play counts.
I don't know. Cherryville's marching back that way, maybe. I don't know. Let's have to see what the call is.
And they're having a meeting of the minds, and nobody's really moving anywhere. Ball's going to be, I don't know why they're spotting it. The ball should be spotted back at the 35 if it's a dead ball foul. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against
Cherryville.
the Ironmen. Dead ball against Burns, offsetting Putnam Distributors penalties. So they are dead ball foul, so the down counts. What are they doing?
So I guess we redo the down?
How was the ball at the 25? That's not where the ball should be. He was thrown for a loss on the play. That's not where the ball should be. And David Devine's on the field. That's not where the ball should be. The ball spotted on the wrong yard line. They know it's on the wrong yard line. They're going to give him a first down. The ball's on the wrong yard line. And Cherryville gets a first down.
Yeah, Coach Devine's not happy, and he should be.
They screwed that up.
Wow.
So Cherryville gets the free first down after they lost a yard.
Another break for Cherryville.
Adams is going to roll out.
Intercepted!
Intercepted! Not sure who got it, but ball don't lie.
Amari
Littlejohn gets the interception.
Nice job, Amari. Just jumped up and just grabbed it out of the air. Nice job, Amari Littlejohn.
Wow. What an athletic play by Littlejohn.
He just threw it right to him. Tried to get a little screen pass there. He just jumped up, was in the right place at the right time. So And this time Burns catches a break. Won't have pretty decent field position here.
Well,
I guess that's a little karma. What do you think there, Tom?
The ball was misspotted.
Yep.
He lost a yard. They gave him the first down because they forgot what yard line it was on after they had a powwow there for about 10 minutes, it seemed like. But Burns will take it on its own 35 with 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Shotgun Dixon, double wide receivers right, one to the left. Man comes in motion. Dixon back, trying to set up a screen, and it's incomplete. Good job by the Cherryville defense creating a little pressure, and I think it was Donaldson, the intended receiver.
Yeah, had several guys in his face there. That was good job of getting rid of the ball, first of all, not taking a big sack. Bring up second down.
So it'll be second down and 10. Ball at the 36. Yard line. I had it on the 35, 36s. Amari Littlejohn, what an interception. Just deserved. They thought they had the fumble recovery. Then they misspot the ball, and now Burns gets the turnover.
So let's see if we can capitalize on that turnover and put some more points on the board here.
Usry split wide left. Dixon's got it. He'll try Pryor through a crease. He's 40, 45. Takes on tackles, rumbles for a first down. Give him 12 yards.
Yeah, good job. Like to run him up the middle so far tonight. Like I say, turning out some big yardage as we expected. 18 seconds left in this first quarter.
If Burns tries to get another playoff. Ball up to the 48-yard line. That was a gain of 12.
They don't have to run another play if they don't want to. It looks like they're going to probably take it.
All right, I'm going to take a commercial break. After one quarter, Burns 14, Cherryville nothing on your Rice Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Save.
In Cleveland County, you might see me at a local sporting event, the Cleveland County Fair. We might cross paths at the grocery store or at the next benefit. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local professional when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on most. I'm Bert Costner. Call me at 704-482-2436 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And to learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money, be sure to ask for me, Bert Costner, 704-482-2436.
Call Bert Costner, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, today. Bradley's now is a bucket truck. What does that mean? That means they can now install outdoor signs, even outdoor lighted signs. Talk with them about designing, creating, and installing your new sign. And of course, see them for logo designs, vehicle lettering, banners, magnets, trophies, plaques, acrylics, t-shirts, and more. They are now truly your one-stop shop. Bradley's, 2522 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at bradleysinc.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
Welcome back. Second quarter action coming at you. Some scores coming from my friend John from West Lincoln. It's West Lincoln over Highland Tech, 20-0. No surprise there. Lincolnton leads Stuart Kramer, 14-7. Be a real shame if Stuart Kramer lost. Hickory leads East Lincoln, 14-0. So that's your Rice Jewelry scoreboard from around the area. And now Burns will have it on their own 48-yard line, now working towards the end zone. So we're going to try to get you some shots there. Sideline cameras way down there, but you can see.
Yeah, some good shots there.
That's what it looks like if you were out on the field checking out the action. So we'll go back up here. There's your Rice Jewelry scoreboard, 14-0, and Burns coming back on the field. If you're just listening, Burns out there in baby blue helmets, navy blue jerseys, blue numbers, white pants with blue and white trim. And here they come to the 48-yard line. Dixon in the shotgun, sends Usry in motion. He'll give it to Pryor. No, he'll play action. Sets it up. Screen. Well, no.
Nice catch.
I thought he was throwing a screen pass, and he throws to Usry down the field. And it's just a little flick of the wrist there. What a throw, and hit Usry in stride, but a penalty marker down.
It's a holding on Burns, unfortunately. They gave it a big play there, and great pass there. Drew Dixon had a guy right in his face. And just to get rid of that ball was something, but, tough one.
I thought he was throwing a screen pass, and he throws it about 25 yards down the field on the run and dropped it right in a bucket.
Oh, yeah, it's a great throw.
And it's just a great throw, so, man. So it goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20. See if they can do it again. First down and 20 from their own 38. Triple wide receivers left. He faked me out twice. Faked me out on a play action and faked me out on the pass. Ball goes to his legs, and Dixon picks it up, gets away from a defender, rolls to his left, now on the run, gets what he can, and he'll lose yardage back inside the 30. He'll lose about 10. Unfortunate break for Burns. Now it's second and very long all the way back. They're all the way back on the 27-yard line. He lost 11.
Yeah, he tried to make something out of nothing there, try to get around that corner. Good job, Cherryville defense. But like I said, bring up second down. Second and 22 on the scoreboard.
Yeah. It always helps the defense when the snap goes through the quarterback's legs. So that's something to work on moving forward. Triple wide receivers to the right. Burns got to dig themselves out of a huge hole here, as they've got to get all the way to the plus 42 for a first down. Don't have a calculator, can't figure out how much it is. And it's going to be thrown out in the flat. That's going to be a run. It's a backward pass. Wells to the 30, 35, 40, breaks the tackle, spins all the way up to the 49-yard line. That's a big-time play there. It's going to get him 22 yards and make this third manageable.
Yeah, good play. Got it up to midfield. Broke a couple tackles there. Good run there. Yeah, like you say, that was a backward pass.
Yeah, they're going to put it out they're going to put it all the way to the 50.
And that's a manageable third down play here.
Yeah, that's definitely a backward pass. And
I like that play, getting our skill guys in open space and let them do their work.
The only thing I don't like is it takes a while for the ball to get out there, and if it's on the ground, that's a live ball. But Wells did a great job of making play in space. Double wide receivers left.
Wells in Wildcat now.
Wells will take it, and it's going to be a penalty and a false start, and it'll back up Burns another 5 yards. So that's going to make it third down and more difficult, third down and about 13 yards to go. So third down, 13. If you're just joining us, 14-0 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Got 10:06 left to go in the third quarter. Burns trying to convert from second and very long, and is it still Wells in there, quarterback?
Yeah.
It still is. Wells will take the snap. He'll try the left side, waits for the blocks. Cherryville's got him hinned up, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, gets out of a tackle, still on his feet. Great run, but he's going to be gang tackled just over the 50. So take it from the 45 to the plus 48. That's going to give him 7 yards, but still fourth down.
I'd say they're probably going to go for it here.
Yeah, I would say.
In the situation, I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's see what they do. It's fourth down, ball right at the 50-yard line. Here comes the punting unit. So they will punt the football on fourth down and 8 with a 2-touchdown lead. Defense playing well. They're playing the field position game here.
Now this is a situation. I don't know what their playbook looks like, but your punter is a quarterback and Dixon. So if you're gonna do a fake, this would be the time to do it. But
Dixon punts it away, knuckleball, and they blow it dead. Another false start against Burns. So they're up to 30 yards in penalties.
So a little sloppy on this drive here. Opening drive of the second quarter.
So they get the interception, and they do get a first down, but they're unable to do anything with it from there. And as I said, the play of the game, man, was that throw to Usry. It was dropped in a bucket, and unfortunately a holding penalty negates that, and then the bad snap and the drive just blew up. So now it's fourth down, back to 13. Dixon takes it, foot into the ball, knuckleball, and it'll land about at the 25 and take a dive there, and Burns will down it at the 24. So Cherryville gets their first defensive stop, and now they'll take it on the 24-yard line with 8 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, a couple penalties there really hurt Burns on that drive. See if his defense can remain strong and stay and keep Cherryville off the scoreboard.
Three penalties on that drive.
Yep.
So Putnam Distributors, as I said, getting their money's worth. Burns, 5 penalties, 30 yards. Cherryville, they have 4 penalties, 27 yards. Ball inside the 24-yard line, and Adams comes back out. And not sure who running back is. It's number 9 this time. And let's see if he gets the call. He doesn't. Fake. Thrown over the middle. Dangerous throw over the middle. And then I think with the big hit.
That's Rankin.
Is Rankin, and he hit number 11 for Cherryville, Elijah Proctor. Hopefully Elijah's okay. He's kind of bunching himself up a little bit.
I tell you what, Rankin held back a little bit too. He definitely could have hit him a lot harder than what he did. That's a dangerous. Looks like we got time out there, Tom.
So we'll be right back.
If your HVAC system has some age, you might consider a new system from Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Right now, get 60 months, no interest on qualifying systems for qualified applicants for as low as $89 per month. Bill Shuford Heating and Air sells and services American Standard HVAC systems, which is rated #1 in reliability. Call Bill Shuford Heating and Air at 704-484-0025 to book your appointment. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby, online at BillShufordHVAC.com.
Back to live action. 14-0 on your Wrights Jewelry scoreboard. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales. Cherryville facing 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass on 1st down. Did get their first defensive stop, or you could say Burns kind of stopped themselves on that last drive.
And that is 9 Landry Pruitt in the backfield now. Adams.
All right, so low snap, fake to Pruitt. Adams rolls right, still rolling, going to take off and get what he can get. Positive play. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark it near the 30. Gain of 4. I'm going to call it for 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, pushed out there, Mark Kalen Camp. Good job there, Mark Kalen.
Yeah, Mark Kalen Camp was my player to watch. And he's got some big shoes to fill in there. But all the defensive guys, with Davis not out there able to contribute tonight with the turf toe. Adams in the gun. And did they get him to jump off again? No, they didn't. No, they didn't call it there. He's able to get back. Don't call a penalty. He didn't cross the neutral zone. And it's Adams. It looked like he wanted to throw it quickly. Now in trouble. Sacked. He's taken down.
Amari Littlejohn.
By Amari Littlejohn, who already has a pick. Now he has a sack all the way back inside the 20-yard line. It's a loss of... They're going to say he's down at the 21. It's a loss of 6.
Big-time play there, Amari, who's been playing some great football in the past few weeks. Has really come on since the beginning of the year and made a name for himself.
So, Littlejohn with a interception and a sack. And it's Ussery back deep to receive the punt. And Adams kicks it away. Little pressure, a little better kick this time. And it's going to take a roll, and Ussery don't pick it up. There we go. It'll be dead at the 35-yard line. So Burns will take it there with 7:31 left to go in the second quarter. And Burns in control, but sure could use another touchdown here on this drive after kind of spit and sputtered a little bit on that last drive and had to punt.
Yeah, been pretty balanced. Pass run. Pryor's running good. Dixon's throwing the ball well. So, like I say, I just want to add to this lead and keep the foot on the pedal.
All right, so it's 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Dixon getting some instructions there from the offensive coaching staff. Now communicates that to the offensive line. Double wide receivers to the right. Nobody out to the left. Sort of got an offset eye there, and it's going to be Pryor runs that way through a crease to the 40, stiff arm. Then he's driven back.
And
penalty marker comes in. Might have been. It's either a hold or a face mask. We'll wait on the call. I think it might be
a face mask. I think he's motioning already. That I think it came out right there when, and that's. I think they was trying to tackle Pryor. They got him in the face mask.
So that's going to be an 8-yard run for Pryor, and that's going to be. They give him 5 yards on the penalty, but that's another Falston Pharmacy 1st down as the ball now closer to midfield. And that is the 5th penalty against the Ironmen. So both teams with 5 penalties. Offset eye again there to the right side. Man comes in motion. Ussery, they'll fake it. Dixon through this crease, and he's thought he was going to break it. Ball comes out. Let's see if they call that a fumble.
I believe he was down on contact, or the ball.
Let's see what they call. And they're saying, let's see. No indication from the official.
I think the ground calls it, but let's see what the call is.
Let's see. No indication from an official. Ball at the 36. And that was from the 47.
It's Cherryville football.
And a fumble, and it gives it over to Cherryville. So, yeah, that was a first down on the run, and a gain of, let's see, all the way to the 36, 35. That was an 18-yard run by Dixon, but unfortunately he loses the football, and Burns stopped again. Cherryville takes over on their own 30, looks like 35-yard line.
Yeah, I was thinking the ground calls it there, but that's not what the rest thought. So let's see if this defense can hold strong again for Burns.
All right, so Cherryville bunches it all in. They're going power this time. Adams tries to find a crease. Knocked down, not sure where, maybe a yard. It'll be second down and 9.
That's, I think, Jacob Tysinger. And that was actually 11. That was actually Proctor there on that carry.
Proctor?
Yep. Jacob Tysinger there. He's having a big night so far. Got him at 4 tackles on the stop there for Burns.
So second down and 9. And I tell you what, man, that was a great run by Dixon.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I mean, it was a great fake to Ussery. I thought Ussery was going to get the football. And now it's going to be the ball carry again as 11 puts the head down, gets positive yardage before he's pushed back. Not much. Ball will be at the 41. Gets about 4 this time, sets up about third down, around 5 yards to go.
And that is Tysinger again, having him a big night on the tackle for Burns.
So Cherryville might have found something in here, as you said, that's Proctor in there, running the football the last couple plays, and there they go. They're just going. They're bunching up in tight, bringing a lot of beef in there, just trying to push Burns off the ball, and they get him to jump offside, and that's probably going to be a first down for Cherryville as another offside penalty against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're trying to play, trying to slow this game down, trying to pound it out, like I say, a little bunch formation.
And
you think it's the first down? He might be about a yard short there.
They're saying first down.
First down, all right.
So first down via the penalty, and that moves the ball to the 46-yard line. Looks like they're going to do the same thing, bunching it up, and Proctor takes it, and he'll bounce off a tackler, and he's still running down the sideline. Big gainer. Pushed out of bounds, and they're going to throw 15 yards on top of that as Proctor was hit out of bounds. Let's see where they mark the run, and let's see a little frustration coming out for Burns.
I could be enough for a first down. I thought Marcana Kemp had him in bounds. He's the one that pushed him out.
No, it's plenty enough for the first down because they marked the ball all the way to the 35. So that was a 19-yard run for Proctor, and then 15 yards on top of that.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I thought he was well in bounds when they pushed him out, but.
And that's going to put the ball inside the 30 all the way to the 20. Let's see. Did they mark off the penalty yet? Okay.
I guess that's it. So
all right, third first down. It's going to be Proctor again through the middle. And he's got a big gainer again. Well, good gainer, I should say. He's got about 6. Going to be second and 4.
And that is 54 Bo Harrell on the tackle. Hadn't seen him a lot play defense, but good job there, Bo.
Cherryville might have found a little something here with Proctor running the football all the way inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. 5:21, 5:20 and counting here on your right shoulder scoreboard in the second quarter. Burns 14-0 lead, but Cherryville driving. And is that Adams back in at quarterback?
That's still Proctor.
Let's see.
He's going to do it
And
again.
It's Proctor again, and he's bouncing off tackles until he runs into, guess who, Armani Littlejohn, and thrown back.
It's Littlejohn and Mark Allen Kemp both there on the tackle.
And they're going to give him a yard, third down and about 4.
Good shout out Floyd and Pam Williams. Guys listen in every week. We appreciate it.
Third down and 4, and I think that Mark Kalen and Amari Littlejohn have a little meeting. I think they said, we've had enough of this number 11. If he tries that again, we're going to smack him back again. So ball on the 24-yard line. Third down, 4. And again, it's Proctor. And they're just bunching everybody in, just playing good old-fashioned, looks like 1920s football right there. Just going to power play, and Proctor puts the head down. Pushed back. He's near a first down. Let's see where they mark it. He'll get 2 more, 4th down and 2, and I think we're going to see the same play again, Matt.
Yep, more Kalen Camp there for the tackle. Like I say, part of it, they're controlling the game, run the clock a little bit, and also, they got some pretty good guys up, pretty big guys up front there. 74 there for Cherryville Truitt. They got him listed at 6 foot 325. So
I think they're just playing a little bully ball here. I mean, they're just going old school, just
like a little rugby scrum, as you said. Yep.
So again, 4th down 2. Proctor, why not try to get him to jump offside? Clock's going to run down. They're going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 14-0 on your Right Jewelry scoreboard. You're listening to Birds Football, brought to you by West End Sale.
The Clay Barnett Funeral Home in Shelby gives you 5 reasons to choose acclimation over cremation. Acclimation is a gentle, dignified process. It's a process that uses 95% water instead of fire. 20% more ash remains are returned to the family. It is a green process with no emissions and no harmful greenhouse gases. And acclimation prices start at $25.95, and payment plans are available with credit approval. Consider acclimation, exclusively offered by Clay Barnett Funeral Home. Online at claybarnett.com with locations at 303 Pfeiffer Road, Kings Mountain, and 1401 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
All right, so it's 4th down and 2. 3:29 left to go here in the first quarter. I'll tell you what, Cherryville punches us in. We got a ball game. Thanks to a couple of turnovers for Burns that stopped them on their last couple of drives. And now it's Proctor again. It's just going to be quarterback power. He'll try the right side, puts the head down, drives the legs. He had to get to the 19. Not sure where he got to.
I don't think he got it.
Let's see it. Nope. He did not get it. Stopped short. Burns takes over on down.
Yeah, great job there. These interior linemen had Bo Harrell in there. Good to see him play a little defense. Right up front there, several other guys there was able to make that stop, and good job there. Good little 4th down stand there for Burns.
So they finally stopped Proctor, and then Cherryville definitely found something. Of course, helped by a penalty there, the late hit out of bounds penalty. Now the ball at the 20-yard line. Burns takes over 1st down and 10. Double wide receivers right, 1 to the left. And Dixon, he's going to give it to Pryor, tries to find a crease. He's slung around, spins off a tackle to the 25, to the 30, still in bounds, 40, 45, there he goes. He's to the 40, and he's finally ripped down from behind by guess who, Proctor, but he's all the way to the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down for Burns.
What a play there, Colton Pryor. He spun off one of the tacklers. Looks like he was going to drag him down, but tiptoed down the sidelines for a big game.
Might be a little shaken up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family owned and operated, where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on DoorLink garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call CJ Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors. The name DeRisi is a well-known name in Polkville. Joe DeRisi operates 3 auto-related businesses there, including DeRisi Auto Sales and Service, located at 4606 Polkville Road. DeRisi Body Shop on West Stagecoach Trail. Whether it's an attractively priced used car, or maybe you need a tune-up or body work done, Joe DeRisi is the man. Call 980-295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop, or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, I think he was able to come off under his own power. And right there, you get a look ground level. Burns working their way towards the end zone. Let me get the action back on. There we go. And it's going to be
Dixon's going to keep it.
Going to keep it, and he'll get about 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it was a fake. That was to, I think that was Cameron McKenzie. Was checked in.
32.
Yeah, they changed his number.
I have Keaton Campion, but you said he changed the number.
Yeah, it's McKenzie tonight, I believe.
Okay, so McKenzie in. As I tell you what, now Pryor's down. They're already down Max Davis. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. And McKenzie will get the call. He'll try the middle, makes the guy miss. Then he's gang tackled as he gets inside the 30. Give him 3 more, and it'll be 3rd down, call it 3.
Yeah, I think that's one of the guys they brought up from the JV, I believe.
Just give him a little death. Where's Pryor? Yeah. Is he walking around on the sideline?
He's down on the bench. I mean, he walked off on his own power, so that's a good sign. But they're working with him over there, so hopefully he'll be okay.
To make sure he's okay, and they really need him tonight. Double wide receivers left. 1 to the right. Dixon again in the gun. Usry in motion. He'll get the call. That's going to be a pass. He's to the 25. He's to the 20. Takes on a tackler, and he's got another Falston Pharmacy 1st down. So that's going to put him, let's see, inside the 20 to the 19. That is a gain of 8 on the pass. So that's going to move it, as I said, inside the 20. Now they're in the red zone. Clock winds, 2:04 left to go. Burns trying to put one more touchdown on the board before halftime. So Dixon brings them out. Double wide receivers left. Getting a little instruction from the coaches. And Dixon communicating back. Now gives a little instruction to the offensive line. McKenzie in the game, and it's going to be Wells, and that's another pass. Trying to get the corner, and they knock him down. It's got about 3, 2nd down and 7. So they're trying that little putt pass around the side, and it seems to be working pretty well.
Yeah, anytime you get Wells or Usry like that in motion, they can make things happen for sure.
So that was Wells with the reception.
And it looks like they're going to call timeout here.
All right, so we'll take it with them. We'll be right back. 14-0, but Burns driving. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
DeRisi Power Sports wants to wish the Burns Bulldogs good luck during this year's football season. DeRisi Power Sports is your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, services, and accessories. If your ATV needs service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports is not just for professional ATV riders. If yours is in need of minor service, like a tune-up, oil change, or any other service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports will service it at affordable pricing at expert service. DeRisi Power Sports, 4225 Falston Road, or call 704-638-3512. Go Burns Bulldogs.
All right, going to give you some scores from around the area. Shelby 21, East Gaston nothing. 32-6, West Lincoln over Highland Tech. Kramer has scored twice to tie Lincoln at 14. And East Lincoln has scored twice to take the lead over Hickory, who was once up 14-0. Here comes the Burns offense. 2nd down, and I'm going to call it 8. Looks like he only got about 2 yards on that last one. So 2nd down and 8, double wide receivers to the left, ball in the left hash. See if they run something there to the right. Got a lot of room, and they're going to try Usry on the handoff to the right side. Gets to the numbers, gets to the 15, and he'll be out of bounds. So he takes it to the 15-yard line. It's only a gain of about 3. It's 3rd down, or gain of 2. It's 3rd and 6.
Yeah, just wasn't able to get around the edge there. And you called it. He had a lot of room to run there, but
they'll put it on the hash on the right side. Clock stopped because Usry went out of bounds. And 3rd down inside the 20. Dixon looks over to the sideline, gets some instructions. And it's Pryor. I don't see him on the bench anymore, so hopefully he's okay and ready to go soon as McKenzie spells him. And he'll get the call. Right side, falls forward, but he's short. And he's got about another yard, and now it is 4th down and 5. So big down here for Burns as guess who's back? Pryor comes back in.
Yeah, good to see him checking in.
Yeah, just kind of like awkwardly tackled on that big play. 44 seconds left to go. Burns taking their time. Let's see if they take a timeout here. Or are they going to let this thing run down? They look like they're in no hurry to run a play. And I think that's what they're going to do. Let's see. That's going to go down 10-9. They're not going to run a play, so we'll come back. They're going to take a timeout. 14-0. We'll bring in this play. We come back. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
If you're thinking about purchasing a new mower, then plan a trip to Elliott Supply in Polkville. Elliott Supply has been family owned and operated for over 50 years, and they're now one of the largest Skag dealerships. Their business philosophy is short and simple. Take care of the customer with name brands like Skag, Husqvarna, Echo, Steel, and more. Elliott Supply, 2301 West Stagecoach Trail in Polkville. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, Saturday, 8 till noon. Online at ElliottSupplyInc.com.
So it's going to be an on-the-go quick lube field goal attempt of about 31 yards by Ryan Sisk. So they let the clock run down. They've got the ball right in the middle of the field. And Sisk, I know his grandma's watching back in Pennsylvania, so hopefully your grandson makes you proud on this on-the-go quick lube field goal. 31 yards away, and they're going to try to ice the kicker. So we'll be right back.
Gutter Guys in Kings Mountain is celebrating 20 years in business. Gutter Guys is the Carolinas' local leader in the gutter and roofing industry. Their team specializes in metal and shingle roofing and seamless gutter solutions tailored to enhance your home or business. Did you know that gutters that aren't cleaned at least once a year could lead to leaks, foundation issues, and costly repairs? Schedule your free estimate today by calling 704-879-4384. Again, 704-879-4384. Remember the name, Gutter Guys.
All right, so after they attempt to ice the kicker, let's hope Ryan Sisk still makes him pay. I guess you can't take the timeout back to Cherryville with you, so they use it. Now again with the on-the-go quick lube field goal. Snap back, good hold, kick up, on the way, and he splits the uprights, and it's good. 17-0 Burns. We'll be right back.
Don't wait till it's freezing cold outside. Now is the time to get your fireplace serviced by Future Energy Company in Shelby. Say you don't have a fireplace? Well, see Woody Padgett and Future Energy Company for all kinds of fireplaces and gas logs. And for those backyard cookouts, check out the Big Green Egg or Grills by Primo and the Broil Master Outdoor Kitchens. Future Energy Company, serving this area since 1983, 130 West Graham Street in Shelby, online at futureenergyco.com.
The Haunted Pyramids. The Haunted Pyramids in Lawndale will scare the yell out of you. Professional Hollywood special effects, 5 attractions, and escape room. Now open Friday and Saturday night, 7:30 to midnight through November 1st. Check out Dr. Venom's Snake Pit, Carnival of Terror. Admission is $30 per person. 45 VIP for all 5 attractions. Buy a $5 glow necklace, which signals you are fair game to touch and grab. Check Facebook, The Haunted Pyramids, 2745 Tony Road, Lawndale, North Carolina.
Well, that Haunted Pyramids has been a Lawndale tradition for a long time. And it's a Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Sisk, kind of low line drive kick. It's going to be taken on a bounce. And Cherryville's got the return.
Oh, nice.
Knocked down at the 30-yard line. Good special teams tackle. Wasn't sure who got him.
I think that was Porter. Came in there and got the tackle.
JP, Justin Porter. And that ball's going to be on the 30-yard line for Cherryville.
So let's see if they even run a play. Only 9 seconds left. They may just take a knee and take it into halftime. Let's see.
So that was an 8-play drive for Burns. And See, they're just going to kneel it down, and I got to put that in the stat book as a 5-yard loss. Sorry, kid. And that's going to take us to halftime. Right Shrewy scoreboard. Burns 17. Cherryville nothing. We're going to bring you the halftime show, which is brought to you by Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales. And one other thing before I go, I got to get this on the air. I know that Chris Cogdell was here for a long time. He went to Chase and coached. Now he's at East Burke. His East Burke Cavaliers lead the Chase Trojans 22-6. Attaboy, Chris Cogdell. Get yourself a win tonight. We're pulling for you here in Lawndale. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Escape the elements and get back to comfortable with James River Equipment's Back to Cool special. Step inside a John Deere 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder tractor and enjoy the ultimate operator experience. The premium cab keeps you out of the dust, dirt, and bugs, while air ride seats and quiet climate-controlled interior lets you focus on getting more done. With up to $5,000 off and 0% financing for 72 months, there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. James River delivers. Ends 9/26/25 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Shelby. Main Street Hardware in Lawndale is your one-stop shop for everything you'll need to prepare your yard for the growing season. Seed, mulch, pine bark, spreaders, and more. And they carry the best Case knives, Milwaukee tools, Georgia boots, Valspar paint, and Red Max yard equipment, plus rocking chairs. But don't take our word for it. Head to Main Street Hardware, 356 East Main Street in Lawndale. Open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Find them on Facebook too. The service specials in the service department at Marburger Chevrolet have been extended. If you missed out, you've still got time. Check out their Super Saturday Oil Change Special. Regular $79.95, but now just $59.95, Saturday mornings only. Also, North Carolina inspections are just $10 every day. Looking for a pre-owned vehicle? Prices started at $9,900. Ask about 0% APR financing on new cars, SUVs, and trucks. That's Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at marburgerchevy.com. They do it all at McNeely Diesel and Auto on West Grover Street in Shelby, your Napa Auto Care Center. No matter your drivability issue, McNeely Diesel and Auto can help, from an oil change to brakes to a tune-up. And they offer fleet service at very affordable prices. And they cater to fleet and diesel customers. And they have a full wrecker service. If you can't get your vehicle to them, they'll come and pick it up. See Bill McNeely and his ASC certified technician at McNeely Diesel and Auto, 441 West Grover Street in Shelby. Call 704-487-5192, your Napa Auto Care Center. There's no...
All right, here comes the halftime show by the Burns High School Band. Once again, band brought to you by Wright's Jewelry. We're going to show you a little bit of this band performance before we continue with our Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. So enjoy the Burns High School Band.
Presenting Adam Cheney. Representing Lindsay Cheney and Wes Cheney. And plans to attend NC State University and study civil engineering. Presenting Brian Brady. Represented by Brian and Jennifer Brady. Brian plans to attend Appalachian State University and study marketing, sales, and music. Presenting Chloe Green. Chloe plans to attend Bulldogs University and earn her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. Presenting Taylor Burnett. Represented by Heather Burnett and Brandon Burnett. Taylor plans to attend Western Carolina University and study journalism or film video production. Presenting Alyssa Epley. Represented by James Listener and Jeff Listener. Alyssa plans to attend Johnson and Wales University and study culinary arts. Presenting Taviana Wood. Represented by Aaron Wood and Philip Wood. Taviana plans to attend the University of Minnesota and study veterinary medicine. Presenting Taylor Little. Represented by Taylor Little, Johnson and Margaret Little and Todd Little. Taylor plans to attend North Carolina A&T University and study political science. Presenting Cedric Miller. Represented by his mom, Tamika. Cedric plans to attend college and study graphic design. Presenting Joshua Goodman. Represented by Brian Goodman and Jason Tisdale. Joshua plans to enter the workforce or the military. Presenting Weston Moss. Weston Moss and Senior Moss. Weston plans to attend Cleveland Community College and study electrical and plumbing. Fans, on behalf of the Burns High School Marching Dogs and all of your fans, stand up and give these seniors a big round of applause. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Burns High School Marching Dogs are on the field.
All right, hopefully.
7 carries, 92 yards and a touchdown. Drew Dixon, 4 carries, 20 yards. And I have Wells, 3 carries, 17, I think. And then passing, I have Drew Dixon, 12 for 88. And 1 touchdown. So receiving, I got Wells 6 for 58 and Ussery 5 for 30 yards and a touchdown. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So on the total stat sheet, I've got 233 total yards for Burns, 166 on the ground, 65 through the air. Total domination is Cherryville only has 32 rush yards, 6 pass yards. Most of their damage came from Proctor when they went big and just ran some quarterback power. Drive stalled out. They don't convert on 4th down and short deep inside Burns territory. But, a couple of turnovers. Cherryville's turned it over once, but Burns has turned it over twice. Once on the low, the poor punt hit somebody in the head. So that was a gift. And then we had the Drew Dixon fumble, which was close. It was a bang-bang play. Official said he wasn't down yet. And Cherryville recovers, so they're helped by a couple of field goals. And then our top 2 backs are down. Davis, not able to play tonight, turf toe. Pryor having a big night, but went down awkwardly on a tackle. Thank God he was able to come back into the game. But Burns has been dominating the game. It is 17-0 on the scoreboard, but it feels like it should be more than that. But thanks to the turnovers, it's only a 17-point game.
Yeah, like I say, Cherryville has found something in that little bunch formation. Just run right at Burns. They're wanting to try to control the clock a little bit, slow the game down, keep us off the field on offense. But, defense has done a pretty good job. They had that 4th down stand, when Cherryville was driving. So it's a good job to them. Saw Bo Harrell come in there at defense on the line, played some good minutes there too. But, like I say, defense is playing well tonight.
Let's talk about Amari Littlejohn, a pick and a sack, making a big case to be the defensive player of the game, which later will be brought to you by Main Street Hardware of Lawndale. Yep. And also candidates, I think we've got the 46-yard run by Pryor and the interception where Littlejohn just kind of broke through, jumped up, and picked it up, snared it out of the air. Almost looked like he could have volleyball spiked it. And so a couple of great plays, one on offense and one on defense, competing for that Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain play of the game. So
Yeah, and speaking of that defense, Mark Camp's got 5 tackles as well as Ty Singer, so they're playing some good minutes as well tonight.
All right, so I'm going to bring you a little bit more of the Burns High School Band and their halftime show, and then we'll continue on with this Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain Stadium halftime show. Once again, Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, Burns 17, Cherryville nothing. All right, welcome back to the Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. Here our score on your Rice Jewelry scoreboard. 17-0 here. And around the scores around, Kramer comes back 4 straight scores, 28-14. Kramer over Lincolnton. It's Shelby 28, East Gaston nothing. Crest 42-0 over North Gaston. East Burke and my buddy Chris Cogdell, they lead Chase 22-6. East Lincoln over Hickory 21-17. Ashbrook 14-6 over Forest View. South Point leads Kings Mountain 8-0. High Brighton leads RS Central 8-0. Mountain Island 24-0 over Bonnie Cone. South Stanley 35-0 over Jefferson. Drone 26-0 over West Caldwell. Newton Conover 21-13 over West Iredell. Maiden tied with Bandy's at 7. Ford leads Bunker Hill 6-0. East Rutherford Patton and my friend Philip Russ, they lead 21-0. North Stanley 20-14 over North Moran. Watauga 21-7 over Alexander Central. Corvian Community leads the Community School of Davidson 13-7, and it's St. Stephen's over McDowell 28-8. And that could cause some chaos, Matt, if Stuart Kramer's able to pull off that upset, and now everybody's got a loss. Stuart Kramer has 2. They've lost to Shelby and to Burns, but that would put Lincoln with a loss. That's going to put Burns with a loss and Shelby with a loss.
Yep.
Chaos at the end.
It's going to come down to the last week for sure. There's got a lot of implications there, a lot of different ways that could go for sure.
All right, so we're going to take one quick commercial break, and we're getting ready to pick back up with second half action here in about 4 or 5 minutes. One more time, Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Burns 17, Cherryville nothing. You're watching the Burns High School Band there, as brought to you by Wright's Jewelry. In fact, I'm going to let you enjoy just a little bit more of that before we go to commercial break. All right. Thank you, Burns High School Band. Once again, that's brought to you by Wright's Jewelry in Falston, North Carolina. We'll be right back to wrap up the Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. Once again, Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, Burns 17, Cherryville nothing.
Never been a better setup than this setup from Oakwood Homes in Shelby. Are you ready to move? Well, start packing. Right now, Oakwood Homes in Shelby has a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home with 1,800 square feet of living space ready to move into at 110 Ashland Court in Shelby. Land and home sale priced at $299,000. Plus, the red tag sale is still going on at Oakwood Homes. Save thousands of dollars on your new dream home from Oakwood Homes, 1839 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at oakwoodhomesofshelby.com. For nearly 50 years, the K family at Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service in Shelby have been taking care of your bookkeeping and income tax needs in Shelby, Cleveland County, and the surrounding area. They feature a staff of enrolled agents and experienced tax professionals. Make sure you get every advantage you deserve. That's Numbers Bookkeeping and Income Tax Service, 707 South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Give them a call at 704-484-2783. Online at numbersofshelby.com. They are there for you. The Drive into Fall event is underway at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Shelby, putting performance in your hands. Just announced, finance and get 0% APR for 72 months or $7,750 retail cash allowance toward the purchase of a brand new 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona. For details, see Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, 1310 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby during the Drive into Fall event.
All right, welcome back to the Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. Wright's Jewelry scoreboard, Burns 17, Cherryville nothing, and Burns in control, but looking for more. Cost himself with a couple of turnovers. We're able to get that. excuse me. On the go, 31 on the go quick lip, 31-yard field goal by Sis before halftime. But this lead, you feel, could be much larger if they cut back on the turnovers and the penalties.
Yeah, like I said, defense playing well. See if they try to throw the ball downfield a little more. Connected with Usry on a couple of deep throws. Like I say, Pryor. I think Pryor's going to be fine. He was a little nicked up. Came in on that last drive, but saw some good action. Kamaria McKenzie came in and had a few good runs. So, like I say, expect them to come out and play good second half here.
All right, yeah, as other scores from around the area, as I gave you just a little bit ago, I did have one update. It is now West Lincoln 53-13 over Highland Tech, and the score of the night is that Stuart Kramer score. At one time, I think it was 14-0 Lincolnton, and Stuart Kramer has scored 4 straight touchdowns, but you can't count out Lincoln with those Lynch brothers. We saw them here about a month ago. That's the last game Burns lost, and they really have some speed. But
yeah, that's one we're gonna keep an eye on because that'll affect us. Come down a couple weeks. Playoff seeding. So
yeah,
keep an eye on it.
That game is at halftime. That game's at halftime. So we'll see if in the second half. You remember Burns had the lead on them at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
And Lincoln was able to finish strong, helped by some Burns turnovers in that second half. But it's an interesting game going on there. I'm not sure where that game's being played. No, it's at Stuart Kramer. That's right. My friend Dan Potter is over there, and he's soaking up the hospitality of the great people of Stuart Kramer. So we appreciate all their hospitality, their warmth, and generosity. And I hope, Potter, you're probably out there swallowing your spit because there's no bottle of water. But I tell you what, let's just say that I did not frequent their concession stand last week. Let's just go ahead and say that. Okay, about a minute before kickoff, we're going to step away one more time, and we'll be back with second half action. You've listened to the Parker Farm Service of Kings Mountain halftime show. And as always, Burns football brought to you by West End Sale.
Oliver's Hardware in Garden Center is not just a hardware store, but a real general store carrying items like feed and seed, hay, pine needles, and straw. Also case knives, Grove Life belts, and just in, Oliver's now has turtle boxes, the ultimate outdoor speaker built just for you. Rugged, waterproof, premium audio with an all-day battery, and they're portable. Check them out today at Oliver's, plus many more items not found in your typical hardware store. They've got it all at Oliver's Hardware, 3712 Falston Road, or online at olivershardware.com. Oliver's Hardware, supporting the Burns Bulldogs and wishing them good luck this season.
All right, second half action coming at you. Burns will be kicking off. Cherryville will be receiving. And if we want to recap that scoring action, Burns gets touchdowns from Ussery and from Pryor and a field goal from Sisk. So those are their three scores, 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Cherryville was shut out in the first half. So Burns and Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff to get things going here in the second half. And we've had senior night. It's been a great senior night. All of our cheerleaders, our football players, our athletic trainers, our band members. And there's a lot that goes into Friday nights. And we've been doing this for a long time. I mean, I've been at this school for 28 years, a long time. And a lot goes into Friday night, guys. So it's Sis going to come out and do the kicking.
Yeah, credit, Alex Lindhart and the guys for allowing us to do this, first of all. And then, like I say, you got security, you got parking, you got all kind of stuff going on to put an event like this on. It's a lot.
Yeah,
we appreciate everything they do for us.
Yeah, the administration and law enforcement, I always make sure, once again, Tony's Barbecue, soon to be Misfits, make sure that those gate workers, Tony's Barbecue gave a sandwich tonight. Go frequent their establishment, show the appreciation for the support of footballs on the go. The Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Fielded at the 10 and bottled up. Great job by the kickoff coverage team. And they're going to knock him down about the 16-yard line. Cherryville will have it there, first down and 10.
That's Ty Singer, Hal, both there for the tackle on the run back.
So Cherryville takes it. Let's see if they're going to mark it on their own 16-yard line. Let's see if they go with Proctor in that big formation again. Just a heavy package and quarterback power was all they were running there for a while. Nope.
Adams is back there.
Adams is back there. Double wide receivers left, one to the right. Adams has it, and
to give it to Proctor,
inside give, and knocked backwards. Got a couple of yards. Who was it? Was it Hebner?
It was Proctor.
So Proctor gets 2.
And Ty Singer again on the tackle there for Burns.
Oh, second down and 8. And ball out to the, they're going to mark it on the 18, 19-yard line. And Nate Wilson trying to
He held back. He held back on that
just
play.
Been eager
he wanted it.
So, again, Adams, a little pistol set this time. And it's going to be, I think, 11 again. This time he swallowed up. He'll probably lose a yard. They're going to mark him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. I think they've had enough of number 11.
Yeah, so Maury Littlejohn.
Yep. So
John, I think Epps was there as well.
So that's a tackle for loss, and Littlejohn building his resume to be the defensive player of the game. And third down and 9, lost at least a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
Yeah,
Double wide receivers left, one to the right. And Adams in the gun. He'll roll out, throws it out, got a man open. And he's
hit
plowed
hard
right there. Who got him? That's Porter that laid the wood to him at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, great hit, Justin Porter. And he'll be short of the first down marker.
Yeah, that was 8 on the reception, wasn't it?
I think so, yep.
So that was McCoopson. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, punting unit out for Cherryville.
So he's got 2 receptions, both 6 yards, but Cherryville deep in their own end will punt it from about the 23-yard line.
And Burns doesn't have anybody back deep.
Well,
play it safe here.
Yeah, they're leery of the fake, and it punts it away. Again, that blind drive punt hit somebody in the head last time, but this time it's going to be touch dead at the 46. So a quick 3 and out by Cherryville on their first possession, and Burns will now take it with 9:49 left to go on the Rice Jewelry scoreboard on their own 46, so in very good field position, trying to really take control of this game now.
We got Dawkins checking in the backfield for Burns. We've seen him come up and play some big minutes. Has some good runs so far this year.
So what number's Dawkins?
22.
22. He's
Yep.
also played some quarterback.
Yep.
Double wide receivers to the right. Dawkins to the right of Dixon. Dixon claps the hands, and he'll fake it. Usry out the flat, 45, 50, still on his feet, 45. There he goes through a crease. He'll go all the way. He's going to take it to the house for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown. 54 yards out, man.
Yeah, big time catch and throw there. Drew Dixon to Jordan Usry. Big time play, and Burns strikes early here in this second half.
So second touchdown of the game by Usry, and just like that, it's 23-0 pending the on-the-go quick lube extra point by Ryan Sisk.
Yeah, I love that play. Love those guys getting in space. Good blocking downfield, too, there. Good shifty moves by Usry. Got him enough for the
He just
touchdown.
hit the crease, man, and it was
Yep.
over. Good snap, good hold. Good kick, 24-0 on your Rice Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Plumbing problems can drive you plumb crazy. Not anymore. Use your head. Call Olmsted to take care of your plumbing needs. Olmsted Plumbing has been serving this area since 1973. Hey, that's over 50 years. Plumbing problems can happen anytime, and anytime is not a good time. From slow toilets to leaky pipes to clogged drains, Olmsted Plumbing can do it all. Just call 828-245-7302 or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com. Like we said, use your head. Call Olmsted. Olmsted Plumbing, you'll be glad you did. CF Moto is clicking on all cylinders during their clearance sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Law. Get financing as low as 0% and up to $1,500 cash back on CF Moto models. And check out the Suzuki DRZ 4S motorbike with financing at 4.99% for 36 months. And the Yamaha Let's Ride sales event is underway. Get 0% for 60 months or $3,000 customer cash back. Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Law, online at ncfullthrottlepowersports.com.
All right, now it's time for your Jam Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff. It's Sisk, toe meets leather, ball spins inside the 10, out over the 20, over the 25 to the 30. Pretty good run back. Let's see where they spot it. Not sure he went out of bounds, but good start for Burns. They force a 3 and out, and on one offensive play, a 54-yard little screen pass out there to Usry, and he did the rest.
Yeah, great looking play. And like I say, you get Jordan Usry out there in space. He can do his work. He can do some damage. It's another good play there. So on defense, we got Markalen Camp. As number 4, had his jersey ripped, and he is now number 10 for the remainder of the game. So if you're watching, number 10 is Markalen Camp.
All right, so thank you for that update. It was Joe Weibrel that brought us that, and it's going to be Adams on the keeper, and he's going to get positive yardage and first down and more. He's over the 35, near the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards, and that's a Falston Pharmacy first down for the Iron.
Yeah, tripped up by Aaron Best there for Burns.
And that gets him above water. He's now got 6 carries for 8 yards, but nice little run by Adams. I wasn't sure who had the football. So it's first down and 10.
We've got Proctor back in the backfield for Cherryville.
And this looks like this. I tell you what, it's just going to be power football, quarterback power.
Nate Wilson.
Nate Wilson says no this time, and I hope he's okay.
That young man might be hurt.
Might be shaken up. We'll be right back.
If you need fireworks for your event, then call on Contracted Pyrotechnics and talk with Dustin Ledford today. They are the bomb. Dustin is a graduate of Burns High School and supplies all the fireworks you've seen at the Burns High School football game. If your town or organization needs fireworks, call Dustin Ledford today at 704-473-1996. Again, that's 704-473-1996. Have a party, have a blast with Contracted Pyrotechnics. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at Jumpin' Jed's in downtown Boston. Come in and just look around. A new inventory arrives each and every week. Take a look at the alpine pencil trees, mountain mama Santas, Christmas florals, Christmas candles, many items by local artisans. Jumpin' Jed's in Boston has the new 2026 calendars, and they have expanded their ice cream with up to 20 flavors and the remaining fall items on sale. Jumpin' Jed's, Main Street, downtown Boston. Open Tuesday through Saturday.
And I think they're going to try Hebner on the quarterback power this time, and he got about maybe 3, 4, and it'll be third down for the Ironmen.
Yeah, I think Xavier Epps, Jude Towery, both there for the tackle for Burns.
So I think that was Hebner. Was it 5?
I believe so, yeah.
So give him 3, and it'll be third down and 9. Let's see. Is that Adams back in there, quarterback? Yeah, now more traditional formation. Double wide receivers left. Trying to get a man off. It's Munger. No, it's not Munger. It's 54.
That's Bo Harrell.
Harrell was hustling off the field. So third down 9, and Adams trying to get his tailback lined up behind him now in the pistol set, and it'll fake to him. He'll roll out, and he's going to be sacked. Great job there.
I think it's Mikey Dover.
Yeah, I was getting ready to
believe.
say Mikey Dover. Great contain there. And Adams had no choice. They spun him to the ground. He'll lose big yardage. He lost 7, and it's fourth down.
Yeah, good job, Mikey, getting there in the backfield for the sack. Good job there by his Bulldog defense.
You want to talk about a rough night for Adams. 7 carries, 1 yard. It has been tough sledding for Cherryville all night long.
We got Wells back deep this time for Burns. We'll see if we can return this. He's kicked some low line drivers. Those are dangerous because they can hit. They can hit you if you ain't careful.
Looked like it was offside. Yep. Another line drive, and Usry will pick it up. And I knew that was dangerous. He gets back on it after he muffed it momentarily, but was able to get back on it. So dangerous. That football, when it bounces up, it's not like a basketball, man. You don't know where that thing's going.
Yeah, probably should have let that one go, but.
So the ball.
I think we got a penalty flag out there near where the kick was.
I think it was offside.
I think it's on them. I think.
Are they going to make him re-kick it?
I think yeah. I don't think we declined it, so I think they're going to re-kick it.
Let's see.
It
looked like the guy took off early.
So that's a good decision to give him another crack at it.
So
and this time we got Usry back deep.
All right, so they back him up 5. That's the first Putnam Distributors penalty for Cherryville of the second half. And now we'll do it again. Ball on the 31-yard line now. And double return men back there for Burns as he gets it away, and Usry goes over there, and he'll just watch it go out of bounds and see where they spot it up at the 44. So Burns takes it on the plus 44. Their first drive started on the 46. The second drive starts on the 44. It's been good field position for both Burns possessions in this half.
And Dawkins back out in the backfield. He's playing it safe with. I think Pryor is fine. I've probably just been cautious with him. Was nicked up a little bit there in the first half.
So with the game well in hand, 24-0 here, and Dixon with Dawkins on his left hip, and Dawkins will get the ball, and he'll throw a little crease. There he goes, and he's got a big gainer. He's across the 40. So give him 6, give him 16, give him 17 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down. So nice run by Dawkins, who I loved his patience on that run.
I tell you what, Isaiah Baldwin got downfield. He was still blocking 15 yards downfield.
That's my guy right there, Isaiah Baldwin. He
just had a guy in reverse, just sending him backwards.
Yeah, he gets after it out there on the football field, doing a great job on that offensive line. And it's Dixon, and he's going to take a look at the offensive coaches, get a little instructions there. And now gives some instructions there to Dawkins, puts him on his right hip. claps the hands. Dawkins will try it left side through a little crease. Shifty little run, still on his feet, falls forward. And he's going to be marked down. Thought he got more, but they're going to give him about 6. Still good gainer on first down, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, good block there, Mason Brawley, to help pave the way for Dawkins.
So 2nd down 4. As Dixon looks over to the sideline again. Clock running down to 6:09 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Burns in control, 24-0, and now inside Cherryville territory, inside their 35. As Burns taking their time to get the play in. They're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Here they go. Double wide receivers right. Dawkins on the left hip of Dixon. Dixon claps the hands. He's going to throw it. He's got time. He zips a pass off the hands of Wells and incomplete.
Yeah, had Wells across the middle. Looks like it was contended a little bit by 5 for Cherryville.
I think he just missed him by about half a yard.
Yeah.
I think he just maybe led him just a little bit too far, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. So Dixon lines up his guys. Gives a little instruction to the offensive line. Now drops back in the shotgun. Again, it's Dawkins in there at tailback. 2 wide receivers right. Dawkins will get the call. Right side. Crease. There he goes. Takes on a tackler. Rumbles to the 21-yard line. That's another Falston Pharmacy first down. Give him 11 more yards.
Yeah, Dawkins coming in and running the ball good. The sophomore showing some flashes there.
So to the 20-yard line. Give him actually 12, I believe. He's up to 35 yards rushing. So he's got a quick little burst through the middle and reading the holes very well so far. Now Burns is all the way at the edge of the red zone. Looks like the ball just on the 20-yard line. Man comes in motion. It's Ussery, and it's going to be Dawkins again. Right side through a crease, and he's got 10 more and another Falston Pharmacy first down.
Yeah, took it right side this time.
And move the sticks again. This has been the Dawkins show on this drive. And I tell you what, man, it's a luxury to be that deep at tailback. You know, Davis
Absolutely.
down, Pryor down. You got Dawkins in here, 4 carries, 45 yards, first down, back-to-back first downs on the last 2 carries. And now it's going to be first down and goal from the 10.
See if we go back to Dawkins here.
Yeah. Triple wide receivers to the left. And did they jump off? No, they got back. So Dixon now more instructions to the offensive line. He'll drop back again. Dawkins in a little pistol. They fake to him. I think we got a false start against Burns. Their first Putnam Distributors penalty of the second half.
Yeah, it'll back them up 5. 4 minutes, 23 seconds left in this third quarter.
Boy, first downs, 14 for Burns, 4 for Cherryville. Kind of indicative of the dominant performance of Burns in this half. So Dixon looking over there, getting some instructions. 4:23 left to go here in the third. And once again, Brian White, thanks for the updates. Chris Cogdell's East Burke Cavaliers lead 30-6. And we got a timeout, Burns. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a romantic getaway, or maybe I should say the right proposal? Then you are in luck. From will you to where to, here at Wright's Jewelry and Enchanted Memories Travel with Katie Harris, we have your perfect option. October 7th through the 11th. Pick out any in-stock engagement ring and you will receive a travel voucher to propose or spend on your honeymoon. See Facebook for details.
There might be other Coyote tractor dealers in the area, but there is only one that stands above the rest, and that's Weston Sales in Vail. There's a reason they have been one of the top-selling Coyote tractor dealers in America today. Some reasons could be quality of service, friendly people, and yes, price. They will not be undersold on a new Coyote tractor. There's one waiting for you, Coyote and Weston Sales, synonymous in the tractor industry today. See them at 110 Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westonsales.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
All right, back to live action. Dixon back, throws, end zone, jump ball. Did he come down with it? Incomplete.
Yeah, and pass intended for Ussery out there. Had a couple guys cover him, kind of a jump ball situation.
And right there, you get to be one of the officials right there at that sideline view.
Yeah, good shots there.
So good shots, and of course, they're down there for the highlight show. A lot of these touchdown plays you'll see on the Full Throttle Power Sports postgame show and on Saturday morning sports talk. Shock jocks, double wide receivers left, second down and goal. It's going to be Dawkins, tries to bounce it outside to the left, cuts it back, big hit, but he buries him right there at the 5-yard line. Man, that was a collision.
Yeah, took it left that time. A linebacker for Cherryville put a smack down. What for that? He would have coasted into the end zone, but
man, well, he lowered his shoulder too. I mean, it was just a collision, and he was put down at the 5-yard line. Man, Dawkins able to get right back up though. Tough kid. Little pistol set again as Dixon's in the shotgun, has the football. And Dawkins takes it right side. Is he in?
Looks like he's in, right?
Is he in? No signal yet. Touchdown, says the line. That's a numbers bookkeeping touchdown, 5 yards out. And I tell you what, Dawkins deserved that after he took the big hit, was able to get back up on that drive. I believe he had 4 carries, including the touchdown. So great job by Dawkins coming in. A couple of tailbacks down. No let up with Dawkins in the game that series. And now for the on-the-go quick lube extra point, it's Sisk. Snap back, kick up. Kick is good. 31-0 Birds. We'll be right back.
For 17 straight years, Via Health Partners has been voted #1 in hospice. There's got to be a reason. Via Health Partners provides exceptional care. The comfort of their patients is their top concern, and that's why they offer hospice care wherever a patient calls home. Via Health Partners is there where you need them and when you need them. Find out more by visiting their website at viahp.org. Again, viahp.org. Voted #1 in hospice for 17 straight years. Via Health Partners, founded as Hospice of Cleveland County. Since 1988, the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County, also known as TAC, is the nonprofit agency and operates demand response services for non-emergency medical transportation in this area. It also has a fixed bus route that is provided in the city limits of Shelby, and it is free. For more information, call the Transportation Administration of Cleveland County at 704-482-6465. Again, 704-482-6465. Visit the website at tacshelbync.com.
And here we go. After that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 play drive that took 56 yards. Capped off by a Dawkins TD run of 5 yards. Took almost 4 minutes off the clock. And Burns now well in control of this game, 31-0. And our Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff spins, caught at about the 15-yard line, working his way to the right side of the field. That's 10 on the return for Cherryville. That's Whitworth. And he'll be taken down over the 25-yard line.
Yeah, good job. Devon Jones tracked him down for the tackle there.
Some updated scores. Kramer now 31-14 over Lincoln. And Hickory leads East Lincoln in a good one, 31-28.
Definitely going to be some drama coming down towards the end of this season.
So Cherryville takes
definitely if they can pull off that victory.
If you look at the field position, Cherryville 16-yard line, 24-yard line, 25-yard line. They've been backed up all 3 drives. And I think that's 11 on the carry. Again, that's Proctor, and he'll get maybe they're going to give him a yard.
And that's Markalen Camp there on the tackle.
I tell you what, he had 7 carries for 36. He had 6 carries for 35 yards. On his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carries, he's got 2 yards.
I'm glad to see he's okay. He took a big shot there by Nate Wilson.
Double wide receivers left, 1 to the right. let's see, that's Proctor. Now will be on the right hip of Adams. Now, it seems a little bit of a confusion where he wants to go. He stays to the right. And he'll get the call. And bottled up. Good job by the Burns defense. Gang tackled and pushed back. And I tell you what, that kid's going to be hitting the massage chair at Planet Fitness tomorrow. He is getting beat to death.
That's Camp and Tysinger for the tackle. Yeah, they're riding him pretty hard tonight for sure. I don't know how many carries he has. He's probably upwards of 20 carries.
He's got 12, and they gave him no gain. As I said, his last carries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carries, 2 yards.
Cam Howe checking in on defense for Burns.
Throwing situation here is Adams in the gun, trips to the left. And nope, it's going to be a running play. He's got room. Proctor's got all kinds of room. Stood up, tackled, falls forward, very close to a first down. They might give it to him on 3rd down and 9. They do.
Yeah, Mikey Dover brought him down right at the sticks.
So the second first down of the half for Cherryville, as they just caught him off guard. They loaded up the left side of the field and ran it right, and it worked. So first down, I should say, first down, the second first down of the game, I should say, or the half. Adams, little speed option play. Don't see that much anymore. Wasn't sure who had the carry. Did you see who it was? Was it 46?
I couldn't tell. I was
So
keyed in on Adams.
I'm going to give it to, I think it was Whitworth on that little speed option pitch. Yeah, that had to be Whitworth. Triple wide receivers left again. And now he's communicating something to Proctor, moves him to the hip. Now he's straight back, sets up the screen pass, caught. Big yardage. He's got about 10 more, maybe 11. And it's going to be another Falston Pharmacy first down. Let's see, that ball, I want to say, no, he's got about 8 yards, but still got the first down. And that was 10 on the reception, wasn't it?
Yeah, correct.
That was Whitworth on the reception. So another first down. Cherryville moving quickly. Triple wide receivers to the left again, one to the right. And did Burns jump off? I guess the penalty. I didn't see a penalty flag, but they're going to move it up 5. That's the second penalty against Burns in the second half, and had a number of those penalties there.
Yeah, I'll bring them into Burns territory here at the 48.
So Cherryville moving quickly. Triple wide receivers left. Again, one to the right. And it's going to be Proctor. Tries the right side. He finds a little bit of room before he stood up. No, Adams on the keeper. Fooled me. I thought Proctor had the ball. No gain.
Yeah, it looks like he got a little more than what he did, but it's hard to tell on the far side of the field.
Yeah, didn't get much. As you said, ball just into Burns territory. 42 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Trips again to the left. 4 wide receiver. Low snap. Adams has it, throws. Man open. Did he catch it? Off his fingertips. And incomplete.
Yeah, it would have been a good throw. He's trying to tiptoe the sidelines there, just out of his reach. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Cherryville.
3rd down and 5. And you got to think if Cherryville doesn't convert this here, that they'll, barring a big loss, they'll
take
try it down 31-0. So they're going to go empty here. 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. And they try to draw them offside. Why not? God, lost track of how many offside penalties. That's one thing they have been able to get Burns to do. And instead they're going to run Adams, and he'll get about 2. And that's may do it for the quarter.
Mark Halen Camp there on the tackle.
Who'd you say?
Mark Halen Camp there on the tackle. And they don't have to run another play if they don't want to.
I don't think they, let's see. I don't think they will, but no, can't go to commercial break yet. 4th down and about 3. Triple wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Adams.
They might try to get on the jump.
In the gun.
They're going to try to get on the jump. Yep.
I don't think they're going to run the play. They're not. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Burns 31, Cherryville nothing.
Planning a funeral service can be a very difficult process for families who have just lost a loved one. Celebrating lives and healing grieving hearts is the theme for the Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Fallston. It's important to them to provide those who are grieving with a supportive environment in which they can begin to find closure, say goodbye, and come to terms with their loss. Find out more today. Visit them online at StameyTysingerFuneralHome.com or give them a call at 704-538-8631. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home and Cremation Center, 846 East Stagecoach Trail in Fallston. The Stamey Tysinger Funeral Home now offers water cremations. Don't wait. Get an SNR Auto Sales now for your best deal. Buy here, pay here at SNR Auto Sales in Shelby. On the lot now, you'll find a 2014 Volkswagen Jetta Sport Wagon for $11,995. Or how about a 2013 Ford F-150 truck for $19,995. And a 2010 Mazda CX-9 for $59,995. To see the complete inventory, go online at SNRAutoSales.com. See Susie or Richie today at SNR Auto Sales, 417 South Post Road in Shelby. Like them on Facebook, too.
4th down and 3 for Cherryville. Adams in the gun. Double wide receivers right, one to the left. Can't see. Is that 11, the running back? That is Proctor, isn't it? And hustling on the field. I think you got to get another tight end in there. It's 21.
Bowers.
Yep. Adams takes a look at the signal from the sideline. Now comes back. Again, trying to get Burns to jump off. And they snap it. And it's going to be a run. Right side. First down.
Hit hard.
He's got a first down, though. Jude Tyree, some others over there, but they think they're going to mark him, and they're going to move the chains. So
hit hard there by Aaron Bess.
That was Proctor on the carry.
Proctor, and he's still down.
So we're going to take another commercial break. We'll be right back.
The Fall Mums and the Pumpkins have arrived at Parker Family Feed in Bellwood. Come get your fall mums, and you'll find all sizes and all kinds of pumpkins. Great for decorating for the fall. Also, get your deer stands, deer blocks, and deer corn. Parker Family Feed has case knives and a great stock of turtle boxes, plus fertilizer, lime, and grass seed. And the chicks are arriving at Parker Family Feed on the Carpenters Grove Church Road off Highway 18 North in Bellwood. Since 1968, Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs has been serving this area with a full line of automotive products, including oils, transmission fluids, antifreeze, filters, chemicals, parts, and supplies for all types of automobiles and trucks, with many brands to choose from. They sell to individuals or wholesale. Just visit the walk-in counter. Putnam Distributors, 1626 Peterson Drive off Highway 180 south of Shelby. Call 704-487-9395 or visit the website at PutnamDistributors.com. Putnam Distributors in Patterson Springs, offering quality automotive parts and supplies for over 50 years. Serving the foothills for over 100 years, S&C Fuel Delivery, formerly Lutz Petroleum, is your reliable source for delivery of diesel, gasoline, propane, lubricants, and heating oil straight to your tank. Delivery available in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. S&C Fuel is locally family-owned and veteran-operated, committed to keeping our community running, trusted by homeowners, farms, and businesses. Office located on Oakland Road in Spindale. Schedule your next delivery with S&C Fuel at 828-286-3419.
All right, able to get up under his own power is Proctor, and he has taken a beating tonight. Triple wide receivers to the left, and they're going to throw it out. Might be a trick play. It is. Man's wide open and caught, and it's going to be a Cherryville touchdown.
That was past a 10, and that is Whitworth.
Whitworth. So they catch him napping on the trick play. I think that was number 2 that threw the touchdown pass. No, that was Adams that threw it out.
We'll find out who caught that initially and threw the pass. But, yeah, excellent play by Cherryville. Caught Burns off guard for sure.
Where that was.
And that negates the shutout for this Bulldog defense.
I got to find out where that ball was. I think it was on the 45 or 44-yard touchdown pass.
I think you're right. And they're going to go for 2 here.
So the on-the-go quick lube 2-point attempt after the numbers bookkeeping touchdown. So a little trickery by Cherryville. I tell you what, give him some credit, is Adams. They're trying to get, it's 9 in there. It's Pruitt, the tailback, and he'll get the call, and he's smothered. So it's going to remain 31-6 on your Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. We'll be right back.
Listen up. Ronaldo Honda and Ronaldo Kia have new ownership. It's now Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia. And new owners Carl Rossetti and Mason Morris invite you to come by and meet them. They want to be a part of our community, living here and working here just like you. Come by and see Carl and Mason about your new Honda or Kia. With 0% financing available and credit, well, that's no problem. Plus, check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Meet Carl and Mason today at the all-new Shelby Honda and Shelby Kia, 4423 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Some people say there are doers, and there are dreamers. But what's wrong with a little dreaming, especially when it's shared? With hard work, little dreams grow into big ones. At Kubota, we know that your work never stops, and we're inspired by those who dream. But our equipment is built for dreamers and doers, like you. Kubota, built for those who do.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive, Kings Mountain.
So that was Talon Dalton, the wide receiver, who found number 10, Whitworth, for the 42-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. So your score, Cherryville 31, Burns 6. And the Jam Jay's Pizza Factory kickoff is caught.
It's Tysinger.
It's Tysinger's going to try the right side. Now cuts it back to the left. And he's got a lane if he can get the corner. Cuts it back up 45 and all the way to the 49. So exciting run back there by Tysinger. Put his foot in the ground, made a nice move, and ball's at midfield. And for the third time, Burns' possession started on 46-44, and now their own 49. They've had great field position the whole half.
Yeah, Tysinger's showing that athletic ability. Got it down right at midfield.
But I'm going to give Cherryville a little credit on that. I mean, that was a great time. They had the little extended timeout because of the injury. You know, coaching staff draws up a great trick play, and it was wide open. I mean, as soon as you see that backward pass, you know, your instinct should be, hey, somebody maybe's running behind me. But I'm telling you, like when you're a teenage kid, you got a lot of energy going, you're going to try to come up and think it's a screen pass, and just nice execution by Cherryville. Slow a snap, and Dixon picks it up and makes something out of nothing. He's thrown down. I'm pretty sure he was down there, down by contact. It'll be a 1-yard run, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, not bad considering it was a low snap, as you said.
So I just couldn't see who the number was. There's Talon Dalton, who also plays baseball over there at Cherryville. And Dixon, a little bit shaken up, as they're going to get a timeout to make sure he's okay. We'll take it with him. We'll be right back. Wright's Jewelry scoreboard. Burns 31, Cherryville 6. You're listening to Burns Football, brought to you by West End Sales.
On the Go Quick Lube in Boston is not just oil changes. They have tires for all cars with names like GT Radio, Hankook, and Toyo, plus interstate batteries and wiper blades. Of course they do oil changes, featuring Castrol, Motorcraft, and Rotella diesel oil, and they carry diesel truck fuel filters. Plus, they're an official North Carolina inspection station. For quick service with competitive pricing and professional technicians, head over to On The Go Quick Lube today. 3716 Falston Road, Highway 18 north of Shelby, and go Burns Bulldogs. Turn your scrap metal into cash. Visit Allied Metals in Ellenboro. Allied Metals is buying all scrap metal, non-ferrous aluminum cans, and even cars. Allied Metals has a pull-apart area for cars. Give them a call to see if they have the part you need. Check out the small salvage area where items are sold from. Allied Metals buys gold and silver and offers cash for land and homes at top dollar. Very organized and a friendly staff. Turn your scrap into cash at Allied Metals. Check their Facebook page. They're located at 224 Piney Mountain Church Road in Ellenboro.
Well, of course, if we have an extended commercial break, we have an exciting touchdown play as Wells takes it in from 48 yards out. Sorry, we weren't able to bring you that as the commercial ran just a little bit too long. But
Yeah,
Wells with a touchdown.
Wells took the direct handoff, left side, danced around, and pretty well untouched down the left side.
So that's for a numbers bookkeeping touchdown from 48 yards out. Again, sorry didn't bring you that one. But he'll have it on his huddle highlights. Trent Marty got it. So thank you, Trent. So sorry about that. And just a great run by Wells. He is 48 yards, and he is up to 83 yards on the game. And the on-to-go quick lug extra point by Sisk. Kick up, kick good. 38-6. We'll be right back.
Compassion, excellence, and reliability. Those three words best describe Bayada Home Health Care, a nonprofit serving Cleveland, Gaston, Lincoln, and Rutherford counties with assistive care services in the comfort of your own home. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they've been doing this since 1975. When it comes time, take the time and call Bayada Home Health Care in Shelby. Call 704-669-4000 or visit them online at bayada.com. Located at 1105 Suite 3 on East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
In Cleveland County, you might see me at a local sporting event, the Cleveland County Fair. We might cross paths at the grocery store or at the next benefit. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local professional when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on most. I'm Bert Costner. Call me at 704-482-2436 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And to learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money, be sure to ask for me, Bert Costner, 704-482-2436.
Call Bert Costner, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, today.
And, of course, now we have plenty of time as we come out of the two commercials. So, again, sorry, Mr. Wells, we didn't get your touchdown there, but we're going to give you credit. 48-yard touchdown run. 4 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown for Wells. And it's been by committee to replace, the leading rusher, Max Davis. 32-point advantage for Burns as they lead 38-6. And now your Jam J's Pizza Factory kickoff. Sisk drives it pretty deep, and it'll be fielded at the 5. Working his way to the right side of the field, hemmed in. JP's got him and drags him down inside the 15. They're going to spot his forward progress to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, JP and Evan Donaldson in on the action as well there.
So they'll take it 1st and 10 with exactly 11 minutes left to go. And if you look at the starting field position, Cherryville, their own 16, their own 24, their own 25, their own 16. What do we got here, Matt?
I did not see. I think we
might have
a penalty. Not sure.
No, we don't have a penalty. It's just wait for Cherryville to come out. Burns starting position, they're their own 46, their own 44, and their own 50. So let's give the Burns special teams on both sides of the ball, controlling the field position aspect of the game. All right, it's 1st down and 10. Cherryville from their own 16, triple wide receivers left. Snap back, thrown out in the flat, and is dropped, but picked up. I think that's Dalton again. Penalty flag comes out. Might be a face mask. We'll see.
Yeah, Porter and Camp brought him down.
So that was Dalton, but I'm going to put that in the book as a rush. I think that was a backward pass. Let's see what they've got.
Face mask, you're right.
Face mask against Burns. And that'll move the ball 15 yards, and that'll be a Falston Pharmacy 1st down via the penalty. And Burns up to 75 yards in penalties. Couple notable scores from around the area. Appreciate Brian White keeping me updated on Chase and East Burke. East Burke leads 38-14. And that's going to be, I think, let's see. I think that was 9. That was Pruitt on the carry.
Yep.
And not sure what he got there. Looked like no gain.
Yeah, that was Robert Rankin there on the tackle for Burns.
So 2nd down and 10. And if it's one thing Burns will want to work on, is those penalties. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 penalties so far in this game. 2nd down, 10, pistol set. Fake and rolling to his right is Adams, now chased by Towery, completes the pass and a big hit, but staying on his feet is 21. That's Bowers. I tell you what, man, that was a collision, and somehow Bowers bounced off the first tackle and kept his feet, and he gains pretty good gain. They're going to give him 6 yards.
That's a big old boy. They got him listed at 6 foot 230. I thought they threw it to an offensive lineman. My first reaction was, is that guy even eligible to catch it?
Yeah, he's a big kid. Double wide receivers. Left, one to the right. And now Adams checks over to his offensive coaches. 3rd down and about, say, 3.5 yards, and keeping it himself as Adams. He's going to be slammed down by Little John.
Wow.
Violent tackle. He gains 1. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, threw him down with authority there. Kind of came back from behind him there and jumped up to make the tackle. I tell you what, between him and Nate Wilson, they could have a future at WWE the way they've been throwing some of these guys down.
And I tell you what, Little John's such a soft-spoken kid, man.
He didn't show it there.
Controlled aggression on this football field. Double wide receivers right as Cherryville's going to go for it here on 4th down. Getting the play in, and now it's Pruitt on the right hip of Adams. Snap is back. Pruitt gets the call. He's around the right side, drags a tackler, 1st down. Nice run by Pruitt. Give him 6 and a Falston Pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, kind of pulled Robert Rankin with him across the line there. Robert had him bottled up, I thought.
I will say this
this
Cherryville team, if you look at the athletes on this Cherryville team, much different than some of your past Cherryville teams. As they've got a number of, some big guys, and there's guys that can make some plays. And it's going to be play action, rolling left as Adam lets it go. Man is there, picked off. Let's see who wins the jump ball. It's intercepted.
That's Marble. Naquan Marble.
And I told,
is it going to stand?
Yep. And Naquan, I told him in the hallway today, are you going to make a play today? And he said, yes, I am. And there's the pick. Let's see.
Is it going to stand?
The Burns defense is still on the field. Ineligible man downfield. Burns declines, and it is 1st down and 10 Bulldogs from their own 40. Nice pick.
Yeah, great job. Kind of a jump ball situation there. Naquan, excellent coverage. Like I said, he's been playing great football all year. Comes down with a pick.
Well, when I see him in the hallway, I said, hey, you got to make a play today? He said, I'm making a play today. Well, there's his play. So great job. 2nd interception by the Burns defense today.
Yeah, he made a play for sure. That's great.
So 1st down and 10 Burns from their own 40-yard line. And running on there's 56.
Yeah, that's Chuck Bledsoe.
Bledsoe getting into the game.
Yeah, Bledsoe is one of the freshmen on this roster for Burns. His daddy was on the state championship football team. So it's got some good bloodlines there.
Well, let's see who's at quarterback. I think is that Wells? Let's see. I think that's Wells in their quarterback. It is. And he pump fakes. He's going to let it go. He's got a man open, Donaldson, but a little bit short. So incomplete by Wells, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Donaldson had a step. I think he kind of outrun the throw, showing the speed that Donaldson's got there.
So 2nd down and 10. And I thought, like, for a minute it would be overthrown, but Donaldson showed a little speed there. Just unable to make the connection. Wells will take it 2nd down and 10, and he'll hand the ball off. I think that's Dawkins, but he's pulled down after a short game.
I think it's Devon Jones.
No, it's Jones. What number is he?
30.
So 30, and unfortunately for Jones, his first carry of the game is for no gain, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. And if I could squeeze in a few scores from around the area, and it's a final. East Burke defeats Chase 38-14, 38-21 Kramer over Lincoln. And so it looks like it's going to be chaos. Burns with a loss.
So that's a final?
Yeah, what do we have here? It's 3rd down, and they gave Jones a yard. It's not a final yet, but it looks like Kramer's going to knock off Lincolnton. That's a big win for them. And so it'll be Lincoln with a loss, Burns with a loss, and Shelby with a loss. Kramer with 2 losses. So Wells in the gun takes the snap back. He's going to try the left side and the right side.
Ooh.
And he falls forward. 1st down, big gainer. They're going to give him maybe, let's see here. I'm going to give him 14 yards and a Falston Pharmacy 1st down.
Yeah, had he not tripped there, I think he might have taken that one to the house. We did get that one on film.
No, yeah, I know. Left side, I should say. Left side. It's getting late.
He just needs to run another one back so we can make sure we get that one on camera.
I know. I'm so sorry. He's up to 97 yards rushing. And got wide receivers left and right. Wells again in the gun. Claps the hands, and it's going to be straight ahead. Violent collision there as Jones is going to be thrown for a loss of maybe a yard. I tell you what, give these Cherryville boys some credit. There's no quit.
Yeah, it's Kerrigan hit him hard. Like I say, the Cherryville defense, they got some big boys up front there. Kerrigan, they got him at 6'2", 230.
Thank you, Mark Southard. South Point 35, Kings Mountain, nothing.
Wow. That is
wide receivers left
impressive.
and right. That's what happens when the wrong people start meddling in the program. And it's going to be Jones, right side, spins off one tackler but can't get away, falls forward, give him a yard. It'll be 3rd down and about, I think maybe a yard and a half, 3rd down and about 8. I'll be generous and give him 2. And 5:24, we're rolling towards our stadium postgame show, brought to you by the Stamey Funeral Home of Falston. Following our broadcast, kicking on over to 92.9 or 101.5, or on YouTube for the Full Throttle Power Sports postgame show. And it's Jones again, picks his way and can't get away from a tackler. Stop near the line of scrimmage.
I think that's actually 26. That 26? Is Kendrick Brantley on the carry. Okay. And we got a Burns guy down.
Okay, so we'll step away. We'll be right
back. Bradley's now is a bucket truck. What does that mean? That means they can now install outdoor signs, even outdoor lighted signs. Talk with them about designing, creating, and installing your new sign. And of course, see them for logo designs, vehicle lettering, banners, magnets, trophies, plaques, acrylics, t-shirts, and more. They are now truly your one-stop shop. Bradley's, 2522 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at bradleysinc.com. Like them on Facebook, too. If your HVAC system has some age, you might consider a new system from Bill Shuford Heating and Air in Shelby. Right now, get 60 months, no interest on qualifying systems for qualified applicants for as low as $89 per month. Bill Shuford Heating and Air sells and services American Standard HVAC systems, which is rated #1 in reliability. Call Bill Shuford Heating and Air at 704-484-0025 to book your appointment. Bill Shuford Heating and Air, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby, online at BillShufordHVAC.com.
All right, it's 4th down. Let's call it 8 yards to go, and it's going to be punting time, and Dixon into punt. Snap back. Left foot into the ball, knuckle ball. It's going to hit around the 18-yard line and sandwich its way back to the 23, and that's where Cherryville will take it. First down and 10.
Yep, 4:21 left in this game.
And again, though, backed up, they have not started a drive. They've had the ball 5 times this half and have not started a drive past the 25-yard line.
And outside of that one kind of trick play, Burns has thrown a shutout here.
Well, I tell you what, it was a great call by the Cherryville coaches, Tal. I need to give them a little credit. I mean, it's a perfect time to call it. You had a little time to talk about it. Caught Burns off guard. Is Nate lined up offside? I guess not. He gets through there, and Adams with the keeper. He's got a crease. Slides down, give him 10 yards and a Falston Pharmacy first down. And I tell you what, with the Cherryville kids, there is not quit. I'll give them credit. They're well coached and still fighting hard, even though they're down 38-6. And once again, the Stadium postgame show coming up, brought to you by the Stamey Funeral Home of Falston. And we'll have some postgame awards. Kramer 45, Lincolnton 21 with 2 minutes to go. Wow. Adams rolls out, rolling left, and he's going to be nailed and sandwiched. He's actually going to get a yard. But I tell you what, man, there's some violent collisions going on there tonight. They're actually going to – are they going to call that a loss? I thought he had the ball past the sticks. Okay, now they're going to reset it.
Has a hard hit there. Mason Briley on the tackle.
Yeah. It's going to go down in the books as a gain of 1. But I tell you what, if you get hit that hard for a 1-yard gain, man, just throw it out of bounds. And man comes in motion, and snap is low. Blows up the play, ball's on the ground. And I think it's recovered by Cherryville. Who recovered it? It was 10.
That was 2 recovered it, I think.
No, 10 recovered it. But that's a big loss. Back inside the 30. He'll lose 6.
That was Watson there for Burns. Almost came down with it.
So it's going to put Cherryville way behind the sticks. Now we're under 3 minutes to go. We'll have an offensive player of the game brought to you by Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby, a defensive player of the game brought to you by Main Street Hardware of Lawndale, a play of the game brought to you by Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain, and an overall player of the game brought to you by S&R Auto Sales of Shelby. And Adams rolls left, throws, caught, gain of about 6. Not sure
Burns
who
is saying
caught it.
it's incomplete.
Well, they're saying it's incomplete.
Yep.
It's on the far side of the field. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
But it is incomplete, and it's 4th down and 16, and I assume that Cherryville will just leave the offense on the field. I'll tell you what. No, they're going to punt it. They've got Adams back to punt. You know, at this stage of the game, just trying to keep it here, just trying to feel their defense maybe can make one more stop, keep this a more respectable score as the knuckleball punt goes out of bounds, and again, Burns starts near midfield. So where are they going to spot it at the?
Thought it went up around midfield.
No, they spot it at the 50.
Right on the 50. Yep.
Maybe just slightly into Cherryville territory. Yep, right on the 50-yard line. So if you had start on the 50-yard line twice on your parlay, you would have won big. I don't think I've ever seen a game where it was on the 50-yard line twice. Prop bet. That's what they call those, right?
I'll stay away from all
prop
that.
Bet. If you had start on the 50 twice on your prop bet, you hit big tonight. Double wide receivers left. And it's going to be a handoff through a crease, still on his feet. Pretty big gainer, about 15 or 16 yards. Who's the running back there?
That's McKenzie.
So McKenzie
32.
gets another crack at it. This time he gets 16 yards and another Falston Pharmacy first down. So Burns gets back up to the line of scrimmage. Now at the 34-yard line. Taking their time. Wells is taking over for Dixon. Double wide receivers right. Man comes in motion, and they'll get the football on the pop pass. I'm not sure who that is. Let's see if we get the number, making a good run on up to the 25 to the 24 for his gang tackled there. And let's see who that is.
That's
81.
81. I don't have – you got that on your roster, Tom?
81. I don't.
We'll find out who that is.
Yep. He's got a 9-yard completion. And he's near another first down. So that was 81 on the reception. Double wide receivers left, and it's going to be, again, McKenzie through a crease. And he's to the 20. Give him 5 yards and another Falston Pharmacy first down. So Burns, maybe trying to get these reserves to get one more touchdown. We're under a minute. Your score 38-6. Going to be wrapping things up on the post-game show here in just a moment. Senior night. And it looks like Wells is just going victory formation. Kneel down, and that'll do it. So we're going to have the post-game show coming up. Brought to you by Stamey Funeral Home. Final score, Wright Stewart scoreboard. Burns 38, Cherryville 6. We'll be right back.
The Clay Barnett Funeral Home in Shelby gives you 5 reasons to choose acclimation over cremation. Acclimation is a gentle, dignified process. It's a process that uses 95% water instead of fire. 20% more ash remains are returned to the family. It is a green process with no emissions and no harmful greenhouse gases. And acclimation prices start at $25.95, and payment plans are available with credit approval. Consider acclimation, exclusively offered by Clay Barnett Funeral Home. Online at claybarnett.com with locations at 303 Pfeiffer Road, Kings Mountain, and 1401 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Is your garage door not operating correctly, or it may be completely broken? If so, call Cleveland County Garage Doors. Cleveland County Garage Doors is family owned and operated, where you get honest and dependable service. They offer great deals on door-link garage doors, and service calls start at $75. Just call C.J. Waters at Cleveland County Garage Doors for service and installation. Call 704-472-9367. Again, 704-472-9367. And see them on Facebook at CC Garage Doors. The name DeRisi is a well-known name in Polkville. Joe DeRisi operates 3 auto-related businesses there, including DeRisi Auto Sales and Service, located at 4606 Polkville Road. DeRisi Body Shop on West Stagecoach Trail. Whether it's an attractively priced used car, or maybe you need a tune-up or body work done, Joe DeRisi is the man. Call 980-295-5000 for the pre-owned car and service shop, or 704-538-9956 for the body shop. Like them on Facebook, too. DeRisi Power Sports wants to wish the Burns Bulldogs good luck during this year's football season. DeRisi Power Sports is your go-to for ATV and UTV parts, services, and accessories. If your ATV needs service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports is not just for professional ATV riders. If yours is in need of minor service, like a tune-up, oil change, or any other service, bring it on in. DeRisi Power Sports will service it at affordable pricing at expert service. DeRisi Power Sports, 4225 Falston Road, or call 704-638-3512. Go Burns Bulldogs.
If you're thinking about purchasing a new mower, then plan a trip to Elliott Supply in Polkville. Elliott Supply has been family owned and operated for over 50 years, and they're now one of the largest Skag dealerships. Their business philosophy is short and simple. Take care of the customer with name brands like Skag, Husqvarna, Echo, Steel, and more. Elliott Supply, 2301 West Stagecoach Trail in Polkville. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 5, Saturday, 8 till noon. Online at ElliottSupplyInc.com.
Gutter Guys in Kings Mountain is celebrating 20 years in business. Gutter Guys is the Carolinas' local leader in the gutter and roofing industry. Their team specializes in metal and shingle roofing and seamless gutter solutions tailored to enhance your home or business. Did you know that gutters that aren't cleaned at least once a year could lead to leaks, foundation issues, and costly repairs? Schedule your free estimate today by calling 704-879-4384. Again, 704-879-4384. Remember the name, Gutter Guys. Don't wait till it's freezing cold outside. Now is the time to get your fireplace serviced by Future Energy Company in Shelby. Say you don't have a fireplace? Well, see Woody Padgett and Future Energy Company for all kinds of fireplaces and gas logs. And for those backyard cookouts, check out the Big Green Egg or Grills by Primo and the Broil Master Outdoor Kitchens. Future Energy Company, serving this area since 1983, 130 West Graham Street in Shelby, online at futureenergyco.com.
The Haunted Pyramids. The Haunted Pyramids in Lawndale will scare the yell out of you. Professional Hollywood special effects, 5 attractions, and escape room. Now open Friday and Saturday night, 7:30 to midnight through November 1st. Check out Dr. Venom's Snake Pit, Carnival of Terror. Admission is $30 per person, $45 VIP for all 5 attractions. Buy a $5 glow necklace, which signals you are fair game to touch and grab. Check Facebook, The Haunted Pyramids, 2745 Tony Road, Lawndale, North Carolina.
Escape the elements and get back to comfortable with James River Equipment's Back to Cool special. Step inside a John Deere 3R, 4R, or 5E 3-cylinder tractor and enjoy the ultimate operator experience. The premium cab keeps you out of the dust, dirt, and bugs, while air ride seats and quiet climate-controlled interior lets you focus on getting more done. With up to $5,000 off and 0% financing for 72 months, there's never been a better time to upgrade your ride. James River delivers. Ends 9/26/25 with approved credit from John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
James River Equipment Company, 703 North Post Road, Shelby. Main Street Hardware in Lawndale is your one-stop shop for everything you'll need to prepare your yard for the growing season. Seed, mulch, pine bark, spreaders, and more. And they carry the best Case knives, Milwaukee tools, Georgia boots, Valspar paint, and Red Max yard equipment, plus rocking chairs. But don't take our word for it. Head to Main Street Hardware, 356 East Main Street in Lawndale. Open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Find them on Facebook too. The service specials in the service department at Marburger Chevrolet have been extended. If you missed out, you've still got time. Check out their Super Saturday Oil Change Special. Regular $79.95, but now just $59.95, Saturday mornings only. Also, North Carolina inspections are just $10 every day. Looking for a pre-owned vehicle? Prices started at $9,900. Ask about 0% APR financing on new cars, SUVs, and trucks. That's Marburger Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at marburgerchevy.com.
All right, there's your Right Your scoreboard. Burns 38, Cherryville 6. Thank you for listening to the West End broadcast of Burns football. Now it's time for the Stadium Postgame Show, brought to you by the Stamey Funeral Home. I'll give some team stats, and it showed the domination by Burns. Burns 307 on the ground, 127 through the air, 434 total yards versus Cherryville, 71 on the ground, 54 on the pass, 42 of those came on one play, 125 yards. So big time advantage in yardage, big time advantage on the scoreboard. Give Cherryville some credit, though. They really hung in there, and they, the whole game they played. They gave their effort the whole 48 minutes. So spirited effort by Cherryville, but just too much on the Burns side of the football, even without Max Davis, and Pryor went out of the game a little bit early, but still Burns plenty enough to get the job done tonight.
Yeah, credit this defense, man. They, like I said, aside from that one big play, they threw a shutout. Good overall. Like I say, at one time we thought Cherryville kind of had an answer. They ran Proctor in that little tight formation, and they kind of stymied us for a little bit, but they stood strong. It was a key 4th down stand. They were driving deep in Burns territory. It was like 4th and 4 or something, and they stopped them. So give credit to that defense.
All right, so just to give a couple of individual stats that stand out, Wells, 48, again, apologies, came out of the commercial late, and I was thinking to myself, well, hopefully this isn't a big play, and he runs a 48-yard touchdown. So just, Trent Marty, I'll have your huddle highlights for that. Sorry we didn't get it on the broadcast, but he had 5 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Prior, before he went out, 7 carries, 94 yards. He also had a touchdown. So they were able to fill the gaps. And, Dawkins, 5 carries, 55 yards, touchdown. So it was definitely by committee tonight. And when one of your stars goes down, sometimes it takes a number of guys to fill in and give that running back room a little credit tonight. They really got the job done.
Yeah, I think we had 8 guys, have carries. McKenzie ran a few, Dixon, Wells, Pryor, Dawkins, and Jones came in and ran a few. So, running back by committee tonight, and they played well.
All right, Dixon through the air, had him 9 of 13 for 119 yards, 1 touchdown. So he got the job done, and no interceptions tonight. Did a good job taking care of the football. And on the Cherryville side, Adams was 2 of 5 for 12 yards. But Talon Dalton takes 1 pass on the trick play. And it's going to look a little lopsided in the stat sheet, but he's 1 of 1 for 42 yards and a touchdown. Now, do you have any defensive stats for us, Matt?
Yeah, defense led by Marty Littlejohn. I got him 8 tackles, an interception, a sack, and a couple tackles for loss. So another big game for Littlejohn. Also chipping in Markalen Camp. I got him in at 9 tackles. Jacob Tysinger, big game at 8 tackles. Justin Porter got him at 5. And then Naquan Marble, 3 tackles and an interception as well. Right. Good overall individual performances for his defense.
Okay, touchdowns tonight. Just do a quick scoring summary. First touchdown was a 22-yard touchdown reception by. Was that a reception or a rush? That was a reception by. That was the
Ussery.
Let me change that. Dixon actually had 2 touchdowns. Sorry, both of them to Ussery. So that was not that was a pass. So. One more time, Dixon 9 of 13, 119, 2 touchdowns on the night. Second touchdown, a 2-yard TD by Pryor. Third score was a 31-yard field goal by Sisk. Next touchdown, 54-yard screen pass. It was taken in by Ussery for a touchdown. Dawkins with a 5-yard touchdown run. And then a 48-yard touchdown run by Willis. And that's the scoring for Burns, 38 points. And then for Cherryville, the 1 touchdown caught by Whitworth. Dalton to Whitworth on the trick play. 2-point conversion, no good. That's where we get 38-6. So we can hand out a little hardware on the Stadium Postgame Show. Once again, brought to you by Stamey Funeral Home of Fallston, North Carolina. First, the offensive player of the game, brought to you by Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby, North Carolina. Go ahead, Matt.
Wells, 5 carries and 97 yards and a touchdown.
So Wells with that 48-yard touchdown, 5 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. So he is your Marburger Chevrolet of Shelby offensive player of the game. Now, defensive player of the game brought to you by Main Street Hardware of Lawndale. And who gets that award tonight?
Let's go Littlejohn. Got him for 8 tackles. Interception, sack, and a couple tackles for loss. So everywhere he saw, he was disrupting things for that Cherryville offense.
And often we've called him R Money, but he prefers it pronounced R Money, like
R Money,
spend money. R Money Littlejohn.
I like it.
With our defensive player of the game, once again brought to you by Main Street Hardware of Lawndale, North Carolina. Now, the play of the game brought to you by Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain.
That's Jorian Ussery on that 54-yard, we'll call it reception. Like I say, took it right side and had a few blockers. And pretty well went untouched the whole way, but just a big play. And like I say, we've seen that all year from Jorian Ussery. He's got that home run capability, and he showed it tonight.
All right, so that's your Gutter Guys of Kings Mountain play of the game. And now for your overall player of the game, brought to you by S&R Auto Sales of Shelby, North Carolina.
Which one did we decide there, Tom?
Well, I thought we were going to go with Wells for your overall player of the game, but
I had it backwards.
Instead, that's okay. We'll go. I mean, it was really a toss-up between them anyway. We'll go with Colton Pryor. He had 7 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. So very similar stats. So Colton Pryor gets that award from S&R Auto Sales of Shelby, North Carolina. So great job tonight. Both sides of the ball by Burns. Next week, we go to my favorite place to go, Highland Tech. So if you thought we made a lot of mistakes with spotting the ball and yardage and things, it'll be impossible next week. The stats will be really off.
Maybe we'll have a little bit better vantage point. Hopefully, maybe.
No, you can't.
Wishful thinking.
You just can't call a game from.
We on the sidelines on a card table on the 30-yard line.
You can't call the game from field level. If you think we're bad from the press box, wait till next week.
We might just text Trent Marty and just have him spot some.
Yeah,
spots
we're gonna
on for us.
We're gonna have to figure something out. One year they did play at Hunter Huss, but they've moved it back. And I think part of the reason is Gaston County's trying to make a point and say, "Hey, we need our own stadium," but. I don't think it's going to happen for them.
I just feel bad for Ryan Sis because, like, he's as big a leg as he's got. He's either on one side, he's going to kick it on top of the roof of the school, and the other side, he's going to kick it into the woods.
Well, this is what you do. You just have about 3 or 4 false starts, then kick the extra point, so you back the ball up. But Highland Tech should be a win for Burns next week, and then it sets up the big one with Shelby for the last week of the year, and that will be on October 31st, Halloween. And you need to turn it on over to the Full Throttle Power Sports post-game show. Biggest upset of the night, it's Kramer defeating Lincolnton. I believe the final score was 45-21. It's 45-21, very late. And just want to give a shout-out. My friend Chris Cogdell gets a big win over Chase tonight, his former school, 38-14, and just to leave out all the details, I will tell you that's a very satisfying win for Chris Cogdell. So congratulations to you, East Burke, getting the win over Chase, 38-14. Kick it on over to 92.9 or 101.5, or on YouTube if you want to catch the highlights. One more time here. It's Burns 38, Cherryville 6. Thanks for listening to this West End Sales broadcast of Burns football. We'll see you next week.